Yo.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the INSOMNIACS podcast. We got a fire-ass episode for y'all today. I'm going to just go into it. Our regulars, we got CoolHandCruz. What up, CoolHand?
What's going on, baby? I'm going on into it.
I don't know what that meant, but
that's what you said. That's what you said. Starting off.
Did I say that? Oh,
yeah.
Well, we're about to go on into it even more. With our second panel member, C-Dolla. What up, $?
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go into it too, right after Cool Hands.
Fuck all y'all.
I like it. Oh my god.
iTrip, what up, man? What up?
Oh, you know, just into it. I'm going.
All right, fuck all my panel members. But last but not least, we got CC. What's going on, CC?
What it do, baby? I'm going into it.
Yo. All right. Anyways, we got some guests in tonight, friends of the show. King Thrash Gaming. What up, King Thrash?
What up? How's everybody doing? Let's get it cracking.
Don't you mean going on into it?
Oh, I mean, they sound low key sus, so I just had to say it my way. You know what I'm saying?
And last but not least, we got Gripphen Queen, aka GQ. What up, GQ?
What's going on, guys? Much like the 2018 Phoenix Suns and an IG thought, I'm going into it.
There you go. At least he came to that explanation.
That's an entrance.
I love it. It's gonna be a great show for y'all tonight. We got a bunch of topics. I just want to apologize. You know, it's holiday season. You know, shit comes up. It's been a little spotty, but, you know, we're back to it. INSOMNIACS, y'all know what it is. This week we don't have a list of games coming up by Cool Hand, but we'll get back to it next week. Yeah, I mean, let's start it off, man. Let's talk about Cyberpunk, right? That seems to be what's on everyone's head right now. That's all I fucking hear about, even though I don't own it yet. So I'll get my PCs built. I want to get into a conversation we were having on Twitter between two of our guests today, King Thrash and Gripphen Queen. So let's elaborate that there was a tweet that Corey Barlog put out.
See, he's doing it.
Yep, he was, you know, kind of saying, you know, that everyone's piling on to the whole Cyberpunk situation. And then we had a little back and forth, you know, a respectful back and forth in the comments of that tweet between GQ and King Thrash. So you know what, GQ, I want to give you the mic real quick and kind of explain what your point was, and King Thrash respond whenever you see an opening.
Sure. Yeah. So to kind of bring up what the tweet was.
Well, I couldn't hear us doing that thing again to where it was like 10 seconds. I can't hear shit. So,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, just repeat it. No,
I was just saying that we're gonna go over that, you know, Corey Barlog's tweet and you know what GQ's take on it, and you can go from there.
Yeah, just a response.
Okay, about Cyberpunk, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to quickly sum it up, I'm just going to read his tweet and then I'm going to give my general kind of view on it. He said, "It feels like people are enjoying piling onto this whole Cyberpunk thing. I feel for all the devs who worked their ass off for almost 9 years. I appreciate your work." And so, I mean, I think we've all seen it on Twitter. We've seen it on YouTube. We've seen it anywhere people are talking about the game. A lot of people are very, very mad at CD Projekt Red. And I mean, to a degree, their frustration and their anger is a little bit justified. This game has been hyped for a decade. And part of that is, you know, our fault for hyping it up for ourselves internally. Part of it is, because of their track record with the Witcher games. Part of it is just the industry itself. It runs on hype. But a lot of the anger and the vitriol that I'm seeing on social media is something that the gaming community is kind of known for. And it's death threats, it's harassment, it's wishing for people to be fired, wishing for their, stock shares to decrease in price where they're not going to be able to feed their families. You look on the right parts of Twitter, you're going to find people tweeting at CD Projekt Red devs and hoping that their kids are killed or that their significant others are killed. My overarching point on the entire Twitter discussion that we were having is that it is okay to be frustrated with these devs, and it's okay to be frustrated with the industry because so much of it runs on hype. But it's also hugely, hugely, hugely important to remember that these are human beings on the other side of this. And you need to interact with them and you need to engage with them in the exact same way that you would engage with somebody that you saw on the street. And this is something that, like I said, the gaming community really struggles with. And it has a reputation for struggling with it. And I think people are losing sight of the human beings that put time into this game because they're mad about the business practices and the marketing practices that their company engaged in.
Well, there you have it right there. I mean, you can't blame the customers for the shit that the company does, right? Like you said, they're all human beings. They all got families. Me too. You know what I'm saying? Me too. So if they and so are the customers who bought their product. So they were led to believe what a product was going to be, and then when they got that product, it wasn't it. And you expect them not to be mad is insane. Yes, I understand. They worked their butt off, right? They sure did. But another part of their company, them being the same company, another part of the company that represents them, marketed the game wrong. And not one of those developers came out and said, you know what, no, this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? This isn't right. We shouldn't be doing it this way. Not one, not a single one. All of them went home to those same families that you talked about. And while they was working hard getting that game done, I was working hard on making the money to get that game. So let's just not make them human beings. Make the customers a human being as well. I'm out here and working my ass off. Everybody else out there working their ass off, doing the motherfucking pandemic, spending money they probably don't have during the pandemic. And to say that we don't have a voice on the what do I call it? I'm lots of words and shit.
On the platform?
No, just
on the subject.
Just on the product itself.
Okay.
Yeah, what can I think about what it is? The unhappiness. All right, I know that ain't the word, but let me just the best I can think of right now. I know the word. I don't know why I'm lost for words right now. But
dissatisfaction.
The dissatisfaction with the product that they have. They should be able to say it. No, they should not be threatening anybody. That's a given. That's not what gamers are doing. That's what idiots are doing. It's two different type of people. You can't lump them up into one at the same time, but they want to separate CD Projekt Red's team and what they did, right? You can't just put gamers in one boat and say, oh, one dumbass said some stupid shit, so that means everybody else who's complaining is saying stupid shit. No, that's not what is going on right here. But it's the same type of representation. We have to pay for what's being done on our side. They have to pay for what's being done on their side. And if they're not delivering the product as promised, then we do have the right to complain. Cory Barlog can say whatever the fuck he wants to say because that nigga is also a developer trying to sell games to the very same gamers that are complaining about Cyberpunk. Okay, nobody's saying that they didn't work hard, Cory Barlog. Just like I told him, nobody's saying it didn't work hard. I see the hard work, but lying to your customer is the worst thing you can do in business. You told me that it was not. Please explain how it's not the worst thing that you can do to business. Mind you, I'm in business, so how isn't it the worst thing that you can do to a customer in business? What's worse? I
do not think that the developers lie, because developers, by working at CD Projekt Red, have NDAs where they're not able to release the details of the game, or they will be sued, or they will lose their employment. I also do not think that it is the massive sin that it is portrayed as to. I think bad marketing and misleading marketing is a fundamental issue in a lot of industries. I do not think the potential loss of $60 is comparable on one end, and I don't think it's a justifiable reason for anyone to potentially reach out to these people and wish ill upon them. There's no reason to wish ill upon them personally, because you have a problem with but we don't agree with that.
Why
because
not?
that's the impetus behind Cory Barlog's tweet.
No, whatever's behind Cory Barlog's tweet is don't lie. To me, it's don't lie to regardless of how it's being spoken about. Regardless, it's not okay to lie to your customers. Rather, those idiots are going to be idiots or fucking not. Gamers have been idiots for a long time. They know the game that they got into.
But here's what happens. Here's what happens if you lie to your customers. In the future, well, in the present, they can get refunds. They can get their money back. They can sell the game. They can do whatever. In the future, people will not buy their games and they will no longer thrive as a company. But on the other side of things, if people are reaching out and hoping for people to be fired and they're wishing so many negative things upon their families and a number of other things. Did you lose the audio again? I hear him talking. I don't know if he hears me or not.
Yo, Thrash, you there?
You might have lost it.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I just can't fucking hear him. I'm trying to go back to the fucking pod. I don't know why it does it. It was cool for a minute, but
okay.
so I can't hear.
So to sum it up quickly, so that because I don't know, maybe it's an issue on my side. I'm not really sure. To sum it up really quickly, there is a fundamental difference between deceit in marketing for a quick buck and wishing the worst evils of the world upon people. And I'm not saying you're doing that. And I'm not saying that anybody on this podcast is doing that or the majority of gamers that interact on social media. But it is 100% an issue within the gaming industry and within other nerdy industries like comic books, like alternative music, where when things do not go the way that they want them to, people, rather than getting mad about the product and saying, I'm not going to buy your products anymore, they attack and they try and put people in a position where they feel fear for their livelihood or they fear that something is going to happen to them. I'm not saying it happens, but having never received a death threat, I don't know what the actual immediate reaction is upon receiving one. I assume it's probably pretty bad. It's probably pretty stressful for these people. And they are currently going through it. These devs are currently going through it. And Cory is, maybe he's giving them too much of a pass. I don't know. I don't think he was speaking on their marketing practices. I don't think he was speaking on whether or not people deserve refunds for the game.
Where is he at? Why not?
Because he shouldn't. One dev should not call out another.
What do you mean one dev shouldn't call out another? Okay, so it's okay to call out gamers, but not devs. So call out your customers, but not the devs.
Yes, it's calling out individual people.
So then you just make those death threats reasonable, then, right?
How is it making them reasonable?
Because gamers don't have no other voice, like no other developers who are selling.
It's never acceptable. No, that's the beginning. Well,
he's not saying it though, right?
It's never acceptable. It's never acceptable to do that.
It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable at all, but it's also not acceptable to lie to gamers. And if these developers aren't saying shit about lying to gamers, then what the fuck? This is the fucking result you're gonna fucking get.
If I had to choose between somebody threatening my life and somebody lying to my face, I would choose the lie every single time.
That shit is every day, my nigga. Like, no matter what you do, no matter where you
at, that doesn't make it justifiable.
I'm not saying that it is, but it also doesn't make it justifiable for them to lie to gamers as well. At the end of the day, they are the salesmen. They're selling a product. Nigga, sell me that shit, but don't lie to me and tell me. Don't fucking purposely fucking not send out review copies of a game for the version that's going to sell fucking most. Microsoft has a fucking marketing right.
But every single customer that bought the game had a choice to not purchase it without review copies.
We did have a choice to not purchase it without review copies. You're right, but they still sent out reviews, right? And even on PC, when they had the review go out, right, for PC, they didn't allow them to show any fucking gameplay, my nigga.
King Pash, I have a
question volume down a little bit.
King Pash, I have a question for you, real quick.
What's up?
I don't know if you saw, but CD Projekt Red, they said that they would be giving refunds for anyone who
they haven't though.
They haven't. They can't because
I just wanted to hear what you thought about that. If they start giving the actual refunds now, so would you still be upset?
Well, that's PR.
Well,
You-
you also have to look at this, which it was an article that either came out today or yesterday. You know, them admitting that they purposely misled Sony and Microsoft too. So it's like, you know, not saying that the death threats are valid. They're not. And it's never okay. But
Never okay.
You have to put blame on CD Projekt Red to a certain to that aspect. Like when they come out and admit they only did it because it affected their bottom line. 30% of their stock went down.
Yeah, but
So they're like, okay, now we have to
And-
actually come. Like we're caught with our hands. Like, you know, we're caught with a rock behind our back.
When that occurs, you have recompense. You can charge back your card. You can reach out specifically
Why?
to Sony or Microsoft to get a
Why do
refund.
I gotta go through the inconvenience for them, for their lives? Why? Why
It's
is that
the exact same amount of effort that it takes to purchase a game.
no? Why do I gotta do double the effort? For what?
Because you have free time. You live in a society
they-
where you have free time to do so.
Okay, so where in the licensing agreements and all that they tell me that I should wait to probably have to spend more of my valuable time spent buying and then returning the game because they lied about said game.
Because that's the way that every product on earth works. If you do
Right.
not like
And
it and you are able to get a refund for it,
So-
you go through your due diligence to get your refund for it.
So basically, you're saying gamers should shut the fuck up and return the game if they didn't like it.
Yes.
So
I
then
think
how would change?
I think people are
How- you know
welcome
how much
to their
power that
opinion.
takes away from a
I'm
customer?
still
That
I'm
means we're
still
the
in the middle
only
of the speech.
customer
You
that's
asked me a
allowed to do
question.
that shit. When you go to fucking McDonald's, if you go and get some goddamn fries and you find some spit in that shit,
You asked me a
gotta go
question.
back
I'm
and
answering your
probably cuss
question.
somebody the fuck out.
Hold on, let him
I'm
answer.
answering that shit too, nigga. I'm not even worried about the answer.
But
I'm telling your
you-
ass that how you gonna tell
Well,
gamers?
if you're not worried about the answer, then there's
How
no
you gonna
point
tell
in answering
gamers
it.
that they cannot fucking complain
They
about
can.
a fucking
They
thing?
can, Thrash. They can. They
How
can
not?
tweet about it. They can talk about how they didn't like the game. They can talk about how it has
Who's
too many
playing it?
bugs. They can talk about how it's not playable on their console. They can talk about how their graphics card cannot support it despite them thinking that it would work on their graphics card. They can talk about all the objective
they-
facts about the game. They do not need to tear down the developers as people or threaten the developers as people
So how come-
or wish for the developers to
didn't-
lose their jobs as
But-
people.
but what
because
they did-
are
Why didn't they let
human
them?
beings.
So why didn't they let reviewers talk about their game?
That is a decision of the marketing department. And again, it's done for business reasons.
But
It's not personal reasons made by
Okay,
the
so
development
that's
team.
what I'm saying. So like I said, you're answering questions, but you want the side of the businessman, right? You're saying this.
So
business.
send an email to their marketing department and let them know that you're
okay,
frustrated with their
they,
game.
So they purposely
and let them know that
didn't
you want
allow us
compensation.
to see the product they were selling in the best way they possibly could. Right. So that's what I'm saying, though. But I shouldn't need compensation. I should never have spent my money at all. But instead of that, they lied to us and their partners. Right.
So here's what you can do. If you feel that they misled you to such a
If we
degree
don't say
that they
anything about this,
that they
always-
represent that they misrepresented the game and that they're wasting your time and they're wasting your money and any number of other things, and you feel that they need to be punished for that, file a class action lawsuit against them. People do it every single day in this country, and millions of people sign
Why?
on to them.
Why? For what? Because they got more money. They got.
No, because
Yeah,
you're
millions of
saying
people
that
got
you
millions of
need-
dollars,
you're
and a
saying
million
that you
people who
need-
don't got millions of
you're
dollars
saying-
cannot file a fucking lawsuit, get a lawyer, go to court, and do
a
all that
class
shit
action
over a
lawsuit.
goddamn
You're
video
not
game.
going.
Just give me my motherfucking
You're not
game
going
that
to
you
court.
promised me.
You're not going to court.
Why
for
do
a
I gotta
class
go
action
through all of that?
lawsuit.
Other. What's more convenient? You want to talk about convenience?
Calm down,
What's more
man.
convenient
Calm
for the
down.
game?
Relax.
To go on Twitter
It's
and
all
cause
good.
ruckus or file a fucking class action lawsuit. I can.
So
Nigga, I don't get calm, nigga. I don't get
you
calm. That's
think
not my way.
you think it's more justifiable for people to threaten them via social media?
No, I just told you no. How many times I gotta tell you no? I'm still saying that they're wrong.
But then
for
you
lying
justify
to
it. You say no,
I'm
and then
not
you
saying-
justify why
I'm
it
not
is okay.
justifying shit. I just said no 8
right.
times. No, nigga, it's no. No. The
Next
answer is
time,
no.
next
It's
time
not
you see
good.
a tweet,
But
next time you see a
It's
tweet
not,
where they
no,
do
next
that,
time I
make
see
sure
a
you
tweet,
agree with
I'ma
them for
say,
causing a
no,
ruckus.
I'm not gonna agree with anybody. I'm gonna tell my motherfucking view on the fucking situation like I did with
Got
Corey
it.
Barlow.
Bet.
Like I
All
did
right.
with Corey Barlow. It's
All right.
I'm not. You act like just because a few people threaten. I haven't even.
I
seen
don't think we're
fucking
going to see
tweets.
eye to eye on this.
Man,
I
it don't
think
matter.
that's-
It doesn't matter if we see eye to eye, nigga. What matters is that we make sure that we stay in control of the products that we do get. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so then only buy products that you've objectively vetted beforehand.
How though? Why should I objectively vet them?
Let's respectfully agree to disagree at this point.
Fuck that,
Yeah.
nigga. No, we gonna disrespectfully disagree. Fuck all that shit, nigga. I hate when people tell gamers to shut the fuck up, but tell these developers to be as loud as they fucking want to be, to do everything that they fucking want to do. You look at Xbox and see where the fuck it's at. It's because gamers don't say shit about the fucking product that they're fucking using. So if
It's
we don't
an
say shit,
entertainment
it's gonna
project, my
continue.
guy.
It doesn't matter, entertainment or not, nigga. Gaming is a lifestyle, nigga. If you're not part of
It
the lifestyle,
costs
then you don't understand.
$60.
Nigga, if you're not part of the lifestyle, then you don't understand. All I'm
If you
telling
can't
is,
spend $60, don't buy the product.
nigga, I could spend more than $60, nigga, but I'm not finna return $60.
I'm happy for you.
Okay, then that's you. I mean, I don't want you to be happy, nigga. Be proud, nigga. Like,
here's the thing.
what you're supposed to do is make sure that we get the better part of the deal, not them. You are you too busy trying to make them get the better part of the deal. You're making it okay for them to lie, but you want to get on gamers for saying stupid shit on Twitter.
But I know you're trying to interject, so I want to.
It's less damaging. It's less damaging
I'm
for
good.
gamers.
I'm gonna Nova. Why don't you interject? Go ahead.
I just want to say that.
Nigga, you need somebody to interject. Nigga, interject these nuts. Nigga, I'm giving you the fucking facts. You just mad because you hearing that shit the right way, my nigga.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm not gonna pet you. I'm not gonna pretend like it's okay, nigga. I don't like when motherfuckers tell gamers they can't say shit.
We're on their podcast, and I want to give the floor back to them.
Nigga, get the floor back to them. Then that's you, weak nigga. I'm just telling you what it is. Shit,
right.
Nigga, don't come and tell me how gamers are supposed to be. You trying to tell me I'm saying
I'm very happy for you.
To threaten gamers.
Cool.
I was the main dude over there telling gamers not to get on old girl for The Last of Us 2, getting on Abby's actress, you sending her threats. I'm like, why would you ever do that stupid shit? But that doesn't mean that you're not supposed to express yourself on fucking social media, my nigga. I'm not saying people shouldn't do stupid shit, but at the same time, these are companies making money off of our bucks. They're not losing money off of our tweets. We are losing money off of their lies, though. So we got to make sure that we even that shit the fuck out and make sure they should know what's good and what's bad for gaming and gamers and their fucking customers, not for their pockets getting lined the fuck up. Because believe it or not, them niggas still made money back. And it's not cool that they still made their fucking money back while lying to gamers, because other developers are going to start doing the same exact shit, and we're just going to get bad games while spending the same money. So while your dumb ass sit your ass there and do stupid shit and just act like you a gamer, my nigga, we over here really trying to make motherfucking holes in the motherfucking game to make sure that these motherfuckers don't take advantage of our wallets, nigga. The fuck out of here, nigga. Do what you do, nigga. Weird ass nigga. What's the next topic? Got me fucked up.
Well, I just want to say something real quick. I think we all agree that the online fucking death threats, that's not cool.
It's not cool.
No matter what. Yeah, we agree with that. I think where the disconnect is like, okay, so article came out today. CD Projekt Red is profitable already. Just off pre-orders, they've made all their money back from marketing and development costs, meaning literally everything that they've put their hard sweat, tears, they've made all that money back. So I think you both have solid points. We all have the right to complain, but there's a line, right? And when you cross that line, your message doesn't come across, right? So, Thrash, you do have a point. Like, we have to fucking bitch and complain, but not take it past that line, because at the end of the day, they got all their money back, right? And they're going to continue to make more and more. A topic we're going to get into in just a moment is that this is the fastest selling PC game of all time. So when they, and again on PC,
do we call it a PC game at this point when it's come out for all for everything at this point?
Well,
are the PC numbers?
It's just. But I'm saying it's just the multiplat at this point, right?
I mean, if that's what they're counting for the sales, then yeah, they're counting the PC sales numbers.
It's the fastest selling PC game of all time, regardless whether it's a multiplat or not. It's on PC.
Oh no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So you both have solid points. I mean, I think where the disconnect maybe in the combo might be, how far do you take it? I do agree. GQ, you do have a good point. It is marketing shit. There's embargoes, right? That's why we didn't see actual gameplay. Another website just saw today that they said that the footage from the PS4, Xbox One X reviews are not subject of the real experience. Like, the real experience is shittier. So yeah, I mean, you both have good points. I don't think either of you are wrong. I just think that we might be looking at it from two different perspectives. Thrash isn't saying that the death threats are cool. He's just saying that we got to make these people accountable because we're paying them. But I also see where you're coming from, GQ, where it's like, well, don't fucking buy it, right? Or wait to do this. But we're in.
But it's also hard when there was so much wind up on the game. You know what I mean?
The thing is there's a lot of wind up.
There was so much like hype behind it, so it's hard to say. It's hard to say don't buy the game when there was just like, man, there was so much.
We've been waiting so long.
There was gameplay shown, bro. Like we thought we were getting one product that we didn't get, bro. It just is what it is.
Yeah,
and it's not just cosmetic, like some of the textures are bad or some of the, like something was not doctored up. Nah, this was worse than that. This was like a broken game.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that you had the company come out and blatantly admit, we lied to Sony and we lied to Microsoft in order for us to get the game through. That doesn't tell you something bad. That doesn't get you mad. I mean, it gets me mad, and I haven't even bought the game. I mean, I don't have an opinion on the game itself. I have an opinion because I haven't played the game. I don't own the game, so I rightfully cannot have an opinion on the game.
Can I ask you who's actually played the game?
No. But wait. But here's the thing.
I played the game before it came.
But no, but what I'm
10
saying
hours
is, but my thing is, I do agree. I don't like the practice behind the game. I don't like the result of the practice behind the game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because we got to be real. Like
no, but I'm saying, but now knowing all that, me as a customer, do you think I'm going to buy the game even though I haven't even played it? Even though do you think it appeals to me now as a customer who doesn't own the game? Do you think it appeals to me to want to buy it after knowing what I know now?
Yeah,
knowing
that generally you.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
So
I think you will end up buying the game, but less people are going to buy it. That's 100% true, and that is deserved.
Yeah, so let me talk. So just like gamers can cross the line and send death threats and stuff, the company can also cross the line where what they're doing can be considered malicious. Like when you don't give out review units for the base versions of the game of the PS4 and the Xbox until the game comes out, when you tell them you're not allowed to show any glitches or any gameplay, when they say yo PlayStation, yo Microsoft, just let us send this game, we're gonna fix all these bugs. I know it's like 15 FPS right now, but it's gonna hit 30 when the game comes out. Like they lied to those publishers or to those companies. So what they did was malicious, and that's why they had to apologize. Like you don't apologize for doing nothing. You apologize when you do something wrong. So
everyone's sorry when they get caught, though. That's the rule, though. Everyone's sorry when they get caught. They got caught.
We gotta make sure that all of them get caught. That's where we come in. That's where gamers come in. That's where developers come in. That's where journalists come in, especially because they're supposed to be getting these games first.
They were definitely caught.
Because look,
they admitted
even though
they were caught, though, that's the thing. They admitted that they were caught. They said they're gonna push out.
They didn't say shit. No, they said something. I'm saying
they said. Oh yeah. No facts.
If we didn't say anything, they wouldn't have said shit.
No, they wouldn't have. But the fact that we did say something, they ended up pushing out a statement saying that they're going to release major updates. They're going to have some quality of life updates before the end of the year.
It's far
and they're going to have one major update at the end of January and another major update at the end of February. So at the end of the day, I'm not happy with what they did, but I can at least tip my hat to the fact that they are going to be pushing out these quality of life updates and really pushing their product further. Now it's not okay.
We'll see what the updates do, though.
Exactly. Now we have to wait. But I already have the game. I'm still fairly happy with the storyline. Even though there are some bugs and all this and that. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to see where the game can then go forward, at least from this point.
Yeah, I put in 20 hours into the game, and I'm loving every second of it. I'm playing it on PC. I mean,
you also have a 3090.
I got 3090, so it shit runs smooth.
The rich get richer.
You see Judy in the screen right now. She looks like that when I play. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
A blessed life.
Yeah, same here. I got it like a day before it came out. You know what I'm saying? Well, 2 days before it came out, but they didn't let me stress until the day before.
You got the early copy?
Yeah. No, I got the retail copy. It's just that I got a connection to where I get all my games early. So I got it early. I played it early. You know what I'm saying? With the patch, pre-patch, before patch, all of that shit. I'm online saying how good the game is. I'm a Cyberpunk fan. what people don't like realize, I guess, is I'm a Cyberpunk fan, not Cyberpunk 2077, but just the lore, the genre of the Cyberpunk, setting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like Deus Ex is like probably the only game I beat several times. I don't like to beat games more than once.
Deus Ex?
Yeah, Deus Ex. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I like shit like that. Love that shit.
Yeah.
So I love it here too. You feel the world in there. The characters are well played out, well acted. The story is great. I mean, just the things you could do, and it's fantastic. It's Cyberpunk Dreamland. But the problem is just that they lied about what they were delivering. It's playable. You know what I'm saying? And I played it online before it even came out. I'm going on my channel. It's there before it even came out. And it's just that CD Projekt Red, I think it hurt most gamers because CD Projekt Red was one of the most trusted developers in gaming. Since they did The Witcher 3, the way they did Witcher 3, everybody just knew that they were just those guys that didn't care about taking advantage of gamers, doing the DLC shit. They was giving the free DLCs, and then the DLCs that did come out that they was payable, it was like $9 or some crazy shit for like 8 extra hours of gameplay each. You know what I'm saying? So they always did right by their customers, and they know that. You can even see it in that letter they sent, that they said that they fucked up the trust that we had, and that's what hurt gamers the most. It's probably why they got death threats by the idiots. Like, again, I'm not with I've never sent a threat to anybody, never will. I think it's pussy as fuck to send a threat to somebody online. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, these are
gangsters.
Yeah, these are people who are making games for the thing that you like most, and you can see the work put in it. You can see the passion. They just put too much on their fucking plate. You know what I'm saying? Way too much on their plate.
And it's kind of one of those things. It's kind of one of those things where corporations really do get in the way of, creativity in that sense. They didn't. I don't think I think they rushed it. Probably. I think the game probably needed a little more time. But I think with next gen, I think they really just, with next gen releasing and all that, I think they just wanted to really push it out and rush it.
I believe there's a limit, and probably even a rule of thumb to where if you're in development for this long, certain games just won't make money back, so they're just forced to put them out. They know that money isn't going to be made back regardless, and you can look to Crackdown for that same thing. That shit was in development. People think that it was in development for 5 years. It was in development for like 9 because they were developing that engine way before they even started the fucking game.
Oh yeah, MGS5 too.
Yeah, exactly. And same thing with The Last Guardian. That shit.
Yeah, that was in development hell.
Got pushed all the way, and it finally came out, and it was past, I think, 9 years. But I guarantee you, it made not even a fraction of the money that it took to make that game.
No, I didn't, because I think even the marketing wasn't that well for that.
It wasn't.
And keep in mind, just off pre-orders, Cyberpunk has made all that money back.
Just off pre-orders. So you might as well double that once the game actually launched, because most people don't even pre-order anymore. You might as well just go on and double that, probably more. So I know they made their money back, but they made money off of a lie, and that's why it's just very, very scary to me to see developers like that with that type of name having people in there that would do that, because now more people are just going to do it. I mean, it just is what it is. There's more people they can get away with it, they'll do it. Think about it, bro. You got a game that got a review, and they didn't have to show gameplay. Like, they went and embargoed gameplay. Like, on PC, no less. Like, they embargoed. That is wild as fuck to me.
IGN did 2 reviews. They said they did one with the generic gameplay, and then they waited and did one 3 days later with the real gameplay.
Right.
Hold on, real quick. I just want to give a shout out to some people in our chat. Shout out Buck Roger. Shout out Chrono Triggered. Shout out List Night, Kings on the Beat, Emperor Wraith, Jay Harris. Let me see who else.
Shout out Guabzilla. I like that name. Shout out Guabzilla.
Guabzilla, all cat, baby.
Yeah.
What's up,
shout out to all y'all. Dreamwalker, Drez, Jay Harris, Crux.
Quick shout out.
He's on the beat. Everyone in here, shout out to y'all.
What's up?
I got a shout out for him. I got you right here. I'm gonna do a shout out to the 15-day Game Pass. Go ahead, right there in the chat.
Hey, yo,
Pick one up.
Shout out to GQ.
Whoa. We're equal opportunity game podcast here, okay?
Oh shit! Yeah, hey. Link in the chat. 15-day Game Pass, guys. Go pick it up right now.
15 days is such a weird number. Like, it's just slightly better than 2 weeks.
It's just like,
And if you were to give it out in February, it's more than half a month. But like for part of the year, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's all you need to beat Doom Eternal.
that's it.
Shout out Mortal Black. Yeah. I honestly don't think like GQ and Thrash. I don't think you guys necessarily disagree. I think you guys are just kind of looking at it from different angles.
lenses.
We all agree. Cyberbullying is fucking bad.
All bad.
But again, like Thrash said, we have to keep these people accountable, which I don't think GQ. I don't think you disagree with, right? If you
No,
don't like,
I mean, I think poor marketing practices and poor sales practices need to be punished by the marketplace.
But
And I also legitimately do believe that, and hey, maybe people are having issues with refunds. If you have an issue with the game, you should be able to refund it. It should be a no questions asked process. I mean,
Right.
to give an easy
Sony
example,
is saying no.
People told me I wouldn't be able to refund one of the Call of Duty games a year and a half ago because I had issues with it because it didn't have the appropriate colorblind modes in it. And I had probably put 15, 20 hours into the game at that point. Like, I'd legitimately tried to make it work for myself. They refunded it for me in 45 seconds. I was like, look, it doesn't have the colorblind mode. I
Who's
can't
that?
play the game. Microsoft. I did it through their online marketplace.
Yeah, see, Microsoft is way better. Like where I think that CD Projekt Red also fucked up with saying that, oh, we'll give you refunds and all that shit. And it's like you can't put your partners in that type of shit because Sony is not going to be like that. Microsoft,
it's a pass on Game Pass
stop
for me.
doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like Microsoft was even stopping because it was such a big game that they don't want to sit there and tell people, oh, we're gonna give you refunds out of all these sales that we just had. That's unfair to Sony and Microsoft that CD Projekt Red put that out there without mentioning that in my store only. In their store, they can control anything they want. Dog, they can control that shit. They give you refunds all day. But when it's third party, that's exactly what third party means, is that there's three parties. There's CD Projekt Red, Sony, and the customer. And you can't tell Sony to return what they sold to the customer because they have nothing to do with the quality of your game. You know what I'm saying? So they put Sony and Microsoft in a bad spot, which put them in a bad light because of their own mistakes. Because Sony was like, nigga, I'm not going to give y'all shit. Who? Refund who? You know what I'm saying? But they said it in Japanese. You know what I'm saying? And Microsoft stopped doing it. They were doing it, but they weren't doing it. I think if you went past 2 hours, they were like, no, we're not doing it. Whatever their policy is. They were just following their policies. And like you said, in some cases, you might be able to get it back in like colorblind mode not working for you. But like that's more of a thing that you can't access the game because of your own physical being that's supposed to be in the game, to where this shit is based on the developer's fault. So they looking at it like, shit, nigga, like we did our part. You didn't do your part. We sold it to the customer, nigga. We're not finna give them their money back because you fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, and there was something that came out, I think yesterday that Sony and Microsoft assumed that all these bugs that they were seeing, would be patched by launch day, and they weren't. So
is that not Sony and Microsoft passing the buck a little bit though? Because they've had a lot of bad games released on their consoles over.
Of course.
For Sony 25 years. For
I'm
Microsoft,
sure they're going to be more
years.
strict now with their gold certifications.
Are they though? Like, do you really truly believe that these mega corps are going
with
to
this
be
much backlash? I think so.
Dude, but
I hope to see some quality control. I mean, shit.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know if I have
I think
faith that borderline $1 trillion companies are going to
I'll say
have
this.
that kind of stuff.
I'll say this. Maybe with a game with this much wind up.
Yo, GQ. This is CD Projekt Red, the developers of The Witcher 3. They have a lot of, until recently, have had a lot of clout in the gaming community for being very prosumer, right? Like Thrash was saying, dropping free updates or cheap DLC.
They earned a lot of that clout.
No,
but
now they just as they earned it, they just lost it just as fast. So so basically for me, with a company this big, I think Sony and Microsoft are going to have to set an example. They're going to have to make it work for us, because now everyone's eyes are open, everyone's ears are up, and we're watching now. You know what I mean?
I don't want to say you're wrong, but I will say I will believe it when I see it, because the internet will continue to run on hype. And every time I see people complain, it's not just video games, whether it's film, whether it's anything.
Right. I mean,
you always see similar stuff like this. And a lot of people do stop consuming certain products, but there's a new customer born every single day.
There is
every single minute.
But you got to understand, nigga. You want customers to only be born, not lost. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you're looking at it. Like, let's say they lose me.
I mean, if they think they're a sunk cost, then they might
I'm gonna tell you how business works, bro. If they lose me, right? If they lose me as a customer, and then they gain 10, right? I'm gone, but they gain 10 more. They don't see it as they gained 10 more. They're saying that they lost 11. Like they would have had 11 people, but they only got 10. You know what I'm saying? Like if you lose out on this small mistake, those same 11 people would have still got on. Like with this Cyberpunk thing, right? Those same 11 people who bought Cyberpunk, regardless of how fucked up it was going to buy it regardless. Me, the customer that just wanted it to be as a regular working game as possible, got lost because of it not being up to par to what they usually deliver. So they lost somebody who's way more harder to get, but then got the people who was gonna get it anyway with no motherfucking, like, without trying. So they would never try if they only depended on the people that buy it without trying. Marketing happens, and they spend millions and billions of dollars yearly on marketing to get the people that's more harder to get. So they're gonna look at it like that. That's how companies look at it. They don't look at it as, I got a new customer. No, they don't want the people who spend the most money are the older companies. That's why Game Pass costs $1 when you first get on. But if you've been there for a year on Game Pass, they're not going to give you that fucking $1 again. You're already here, bro. You paying full price.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's like that's how business
separately.
works. Yeah, that's why I get mad when I see these businessmen talk to gamers while gamers don't know the language that they actually speaking or why they saying what they say. It pisses me off. That's why my channel is kind of unique, because I know what the view of them, because I'm in business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's where I get pissed off. Why I get so mad when gamers say they can't say nothing or it doesn't matter, when it really does matter what you say. It does. We have way more power than what we think. Gamers think that the hardcore don't got a voice. It's the casuals. No, the casuals are there anyway. The casuals are going to buy money anyway. The hardcore gamers are the ones who are doing YouTube shit, who are doing free marketing like we're doing exactly right now. The ones who are making the casuals hype to play a game. If you look at casuals right now, they all hype for PS5. All of them. Xbox casuals, don't matter. All of them want a PS5 because they see how hype PS5 is, and it's because of us. We are the ones that can cause a ruckus with fucking Phil Spencer if only 100 of us got together and sent Phil Spencer a fucking message saying fix this, that should be fixed in 2 days, because after that all the journalists will pick it up like, damn, Phil Spencer got hit by 100 gamers at once telling him to get this, and because everybody can see it on social media. You know what I'm saying? So if we're gonna talk business, that's the business side of it. That's why, boy, I talk to people. Y'all wouldn't believe who I talk to in the gaming industry, dog. I wouldn't even believe the shit I've been talking about.
Well, you're right. Like they say, the loudest, the most extreme, loudest voices are the ones that make shit change. Yeah. And I mean, you could apply this to gaming, you could apply this to politics, right?
Yeah, you oppress people long enough, people rise up and revolt, and same, not in such an extreme sense in gaming, but it's not not so equal in par, but it's similar.
Well, yeah. Well, in terms of gaming, like you were saying, like the hardcore, we're more on Twitter, we're more active, right? The casuals are just, they might listen to what a hardcore gamer is saying and be like, oh, that sounds about right, I'll support that. But the hardcore gamers are the ones that are really voicing their opinions and are really, fighting for the consumer, not necessarily the gamer, the consumer, whoever, whether it's a casual or hardcore. So yeah, I mean, I do agree with you. We do, just like any industry, got to keep, anything that you're a fan of or that you're a consumer of, you got to keep those companies accountable. Not saying that just you can make a difference, but together, it, like you said, blogs pick it up. There's controversy. I don't care what game you want to name or situation. You can name, it's a great example of it. Destiny, right?
Yeah.
Destiny is the best example, because Destiny is a great example of when your community is fucking pissed. It could be something stupid. It could be you guys nerfed the wrong shotgun or whatever. Mm-hmm. But you piss off the gaming community, they will go. I don't know if any of you guys have been on Bungie forums ever, but
bro,
I used to be all up in there.
Yeah, so you know how it is. and they listen, right? It might start with one
I
post.
can tell you right now, I made a few changes in Destiny through some complaints through those forums.
Exactly. So it might not happen overnight. It might take multiple people to agree with you and sign off to what you're saying. But it trickles down. So
we agree that there's a right way to go about it and a wrong way to go about it.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. You guys
but the problem is, the problem is that a lot of gamers don't know about the right way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? Like some think they're useless and can't say shit. Some are dumb as fuck. Probably not even gamers that want to attack people. Go ahead. And then there's some who know how to do it the right way. But you also got to recognize that just like Corey Barlog is standing up for Cyberpunk, we got to be able to stand up against. We got to stand up for each other as well. Like those developers are standing up for each other. They're in the same business, selling the same thing. If you listen to Phil Spencer, he's saying the same thing. I don't want Sony to go out. We want them to get better through us, or whatever the fuck he says. They're all in it together, but we got to make sure that we maintain our togetherness as well. Fuck the console war, all that Xbox shit. At the end of the day, we just want great games. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like no matter who you are, casual, not casual, you want a great, fun game to play. You don't want to have to worry about getting your fucking pockets ravaged every time you turn the game on. You know what I'm saying? So if we all have that same view, then we should all be able to make sure that they know what our view is, because otherwise it's going to go the way they want it to go. And lately, that's exactly what's been going on. It's been going the way they want it to go. That's why our games are garbage now. Garbage as fuck.
Yeah.
Like across the board or with specific games? I mean, there's a lot of very good games coming out.
Look at the PS4 and the Xbox One gen. To me, the worst gen of all gens. And niggas be like, what are you talking about? We got God of War. I know we did, right? But look at the PS3. We had Fight Night, like 5 of those. Ooh. We had golf. Yeah. We had like 3. We had 3 Uncharted. We had like 3 Ratchet and Clanks. We had 3 fucking Gears of War. We had fucking 2, 3 Halos. I mean, we had way more big games than we got this last gen. It just passed.
But a big game 10 years ago and a big game today cost magnitudes of difference.
I don't care.
In terms of what they actually cost and the type of teams they need.
I don't care. You know why I don't care? Because it's a developer's problem, not a gamer's problem.
Right, but that is why it takes longer to develop games now. That's why you need a bigger team. That's why they cost more money.
And that's why this gen that just passed was one of the worst gens ever had.
Well, I'll even say
it takes a lot more to make a Marvel movie than it does to make an A24 film, but they both still have their lane.
Then what's EA's excuse? I mean, they still have assets from Madden 2019 and Madden 2020.
EA doesn't have an excuse. EA continues to put out bad products every single year that are bought by not even just bought by casuals, bought by a lot of people.
Right.
They're bought by everyone.
You know why?
They are never held to the fire at all.
Yeah, at all.
A consistent.
EA don't give a fuck.
EA doesn't give a fuck. I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I bought FIFA 21.
Why?
With no issue.
Why did you buy it?
It's a fun. I mean, I love soccer, but I'm saying like, hey, look, I tell you, I know it was a sucker's bet. But I have fun playing it.
Don't buy annual games.
But that's like y'all were talking about earlier. They're the people that are going to buy it anyway.
They're going to buy it, but those people need to have a voice. Is what I'm saying. You can buy your game. I'm not telling you not to buy it.
You keep buying their game. Your voice doesn't matter.
No, it does matter, my nigga. That's what I'm saying. People believe that their voice don't matter. Even if you buy a game, you can only talk with your wallet. That's fucking not true. This is the information age. Information is more valuable than gold. You know that shit right now? That information is more valuable than
the more
gold.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? No, real shit. I mean, I'm talking about
EA reports information to their stockholders and says, "Hey, this is more valuable than gold." They're gonna be pleased.
All the cookies and shit.
Not even that.
On people, yeah.
Not even
you
that.
take payment in the form of information?
Yes. No. I'm telling you, like, it's not even that. They're getting our information from our emails, what we buy, what ads we see, what DLC we bought, how many times we shot. You know how Microsoft always says, "Oh, they ate this many sandwiches, they shot this many bullets." That's not information for us. That's information for developers to know what gamers are doing inside the game. They're telling them, "Look, we're selling Azure Cloud. Azure Cloud gives you information that other ones don't do." So Microsoft is telling the developers to join Azure Cloud and pay Azure Cloud because you can get way more monetization to sell to marketers. That's what it's about, bro. That's all it's been about. That's why if you go look up something on Google, like you're looking for a couch, and the next thing you know, you go to N4G, you see a grip of couches, you go to Twitter, you see couch ads everywhere.
Yep.
YouTube, you see everything that you looked for on Google. There, it's because Google sold that information to all of these people.
Yep.
So now they know what you want to buy. They have an insight into your life that you didn't know you gave away. So that's why Google got so much money, man. They don't make money off of YouTube. They make money off of Google, and you don't pay a cent for Google. There's a rule of thumb in business, bro. If you don't pay for something, you're paying with your information. That's just 100% true. If something is free, then you're paying with your information. If something is cheap, then you are paying for your information. Game Pass, information. PS Now, information. Everything. Fucking free-to-play games, fucking Fortnite, information, bro. That's what they are selling. Information is worth more than gold. Look this shit up. You think I'm playing? This shit is facts.
No,
So it's like that's what's going on right now. Right now, the problem with gaming is right now they're trying to figure out how to get more information out of gamers. Just period. Just more information, more info. Because they get more info they can put some shit together and present it to this person or that person. You know what I'm saying? So it's just wild. Yeah, that's why when gaming became mainstream, it was over. It was a wrap. It's a wrap for gaming now. As far as quality goes, quality won't get that much higher now.
So do you think now, since it's a new gen, it might take a little longer for big games to come out? Do you think we're going to get even less?
They're saying that like the way that the PS5 is designed, they're saying the games would be pumped out faster because it's way easier. I mean, the PS5 does a lot of the work for developers for them. That's what Sony sold the PS5 on. That's why Sony's going to always have more exclusives. That's why Sony's games are coming out better. It's because it's way less work to put a game out on a PS5 than it is any other console. Because the PS5 does almost all the work for them automatically. So it's all about making it easier for developers. Then they could put out bigger and better games and spend less money.
Exactly.
But
don't forget go ahead.
Right. But then the problem is that's going on now is that the cheaper games are making the most money in gaming. You know what I'm saying? Like just straight up fucking what's that fucking Genshin Impact is an RPG with no ending, right? It's just chapters, and it's a fucking loot box hell shit, right? That they sell customers with, and it's one of the most profitable shit out there, and it doesn't even have a story, my nigga. It doesn't even have an ending to it. It's never going to end. Among Us, is that too? Minecraft, no ending. You know what I'm saying? It's just all Minecraft is like the cheapest game put together in life ever in history. That shit could have been done better on Atari, and they made the most money. That's what Microsoft is looking into.
But they also marketed it to the right people, like
right.
Kids, they marketed it directly to kids, like you know who did
the best marketing for it? The nigga. Us YouTubers did the best marketing for it.
Shout out to us.
The influencers definitely did the best marketing.
Yeah, that's how PewDiePie got big. PewDiePie got big.
I mean, because then all of a sudden the kids see it because kids have
exactly
like that.
So, I mean, and look at those Let's players.
Mom and dad's for it.
It's the reason why those Let's players are overreacting to everything. Oh my god, mommy. That shit that kids
like Disney Channel shit. Like Disney Channel, the very Disney Channel way.
Real quick. Yo, if you watching, support the small channel and hit the motherfucking like button. It's free. It don't cost
and subscribe. And spread that shit out, man. Spread that shit out.
It's only $1 cheaper than Game Pass. Come on.
Yeah. Even if you a hater, hit dislike. I know y'all don't. I know y'all like this ain't your podcast. I'm telling y'all, it helped the analytics, my nigga. Hit the dislike.
Run the dislikes up. Good.
Hate my shit. Hate my shit right here.
Unfollow. You want to be the most hated podcast on the net.
Hey,
right?
I know how to do that. So let me start talking.
I did a Cyberpunk one, and they tried to play me. They tried to play me live on my shit, trying to put a grip of dislikes on my shit for Cyberpunk. I'm like, and they was putting like, oh, look at your dislikes. I was like, nigga, I must have went and showed them niggas live on the show during the show that I disliked it myself. Like, here, nigga, dislike again. Here, nigga, what does it do, nigga? It doesn't do shit but help me. Good looking out, stupid. Like, so even the haters, nigga, hit that dislike button if that's how you feel, my nigga. But do some kind of help out for the channel. You here?
Hey,
nigga,
we got 2 more dislikes. All right, let's go.
Hell yeah.
If you get us to 10 dislikes, CC will drop another 15-day code for Game Pass.
My man about to drop an Day code.
Hey, it's just
People
like
are
I
really gonna
said.
dislike the code.
What the
It's
fuck?
gonna be a pre-used code. You got
Yeah.
3 days left on it. Right?
It's a code so you can dislike. It's already used.
It's already there. Hey, it's like I said. We get if it's free, you pay with your information. So pay with your information and give a dislike a like. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how this channel will get paid because it'll hit the analytics and all that good shit, the algorithm, and they'll get more views that way. So
Yo, I hope you guys dislike me enough to cash at me.
I'm saying. I had people. I had super chats. I have super chats coming to me saying "fuck you, Thrash, you whack, you weak," and all this shit.
I need
And
that.
I'd be like, "Thank you, good looking out."
Just paid me to tell me that. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Gamers are weird, bro.
Thug Nasty says, I just hit that dislike because King Thrash won't let Gal Gadot pee on him.
He won't. No, we don't want to talk about this.
What?
The things we talk about at the round
Is
table.
that on the table?
This wasn't even.
Is that on the table?
This wasn't even live, bro. This shit wasn't even live. These niggas hit me up like Thrash. I gotta ask you a question. Come through real quick. They all in the Discord. There's a whole group of these niggas in the public conversation. I think it was even like a kid in there. Nigga, I'm like, what's up? What y'all talk about?
Oh God.
There was like, would you let Gal Gadot do a number 1 and number 2 on you?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, the 1-2 combo.
If the next day you could do anything you want with her, I'm like, what you mean I could do anything I want with her? I got boo boo and no, I couldn't do it. They like you crazy on it.
He got boo boo.
So way
boo-boo
back
gone.
in the day, Kevin Durant, before he was like
Said like a
famous,
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, way back in the day, said that he wanted to drink Scarlett Johansson's bathwater on Twitter, and that shit will never go away. Every single time Kevin Durant says some shit, people are like, "Yo, bathwater though."
Yeah.
Like, what's up?
I mean, hey, look.
People don't forget.
Hey, hold on,
People
but
don't
at least it was
forget.
Scarlett.
People
hold
don't
on,
forget.
At least it was
Scarlett Joe,
to his credit though. To his credit though, at least it was Scarlett Johansson and not Chief Keef baby mama like Odell Beckham. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like, at least it wasn't. At least it was Scarlett Johansson and not Chief Keef baby mama.
Nah, Odell legit had Shorty's pee on him. Like this is documented.
He had the
Okay,
shit
all
on
right.
that.
Don't
Okay,
First of all,
let's not go too loud.
if he's
Is
into
this
it, like,
ESPN
whatever,
or is this
whatever.
a gaming podcast?
What happens in the privacy of his multiple hotel rooms stays in the privacy of his
I think we should only talk about it if it was in 8-bit.
Man.
Head, but
In 8-bit, get it?
people like what they
I
like.
get it. I do
That
get it.
Sure as shit ain't
Get
me.
it? Just wasn't that funny.
Like the 15-day code. Got it.
If you sent Coolhand money on
Hey,
Cash
hey, hey.
App, make sure you request it back. He does not get paid for his
Shout out
comedy. He
Cool
does not get
Hands,
paid
right?
by the hour.
you hit that chargeback button.
Are you swinging at me like that?
Not funny.
Huh?
Nobody.
Next time you reach
I
out,
just swing back,
if you
my
think
bad, my bad.
Coolhand is not funny, reach out to CD Projekt Red for a refund.
Cool Hand is not funny. Hit that like button.
It's
Don't think he's funny.
Hey, all I know is that nigga Nova didn't know that Sony published a Disney game, my nigga. So I can't.
Damn.
We at a crossroads. We at a crossroads right now.
Yo, we at a fucking crossroads. We at a crossroads, y'all.
Yo, if I see David
See
Jackson,
see Nova at the crossroads.
yo, if I see
Nova
Yeah,
at the
left
crossroads.
IRL, if I see him IRL, I'm gonna Warren Sapp him.
Nah, you gonna be like, yo, sign my God of War 2, please.
Nah, because I met Corey Barlog at E3. Put my nuts on the table.
Damn. Okay.
And if you don't believe me, $sign was there.
Damn.
Actually, no, $sign wasn't there. He
I was there the second time we met him.
Don't you?
Yeah.
You got the picture, didn't you?
got a picture. Corey Barlog tweeted that shit. That's for another day, though.
Uh-oh.
Let's switch gears, man. It's been a fun combo, but let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about something else. You know, we did talk about.
Wait. I just want to talk about the one thing that is pretty great about Cyberpunk. The fact that you can wield this fucking dildo and just rape people. Like, what is that?
Whoa.
Titty
We
fist.
ain't talking about
Yeah, the dildo lightsaber is OP.
No,
The dildo lightsaber is one of the most OP, genius clutch plays I've ever seen in a video game. Like, to be able to wield
I didn't
this
expect to be
big old
talking about
dildo.
lightsaber.
Hey, no. This
Vibration
you
is
can just
on too.
Vibration on.
You
Yeah.
could do that.
Yo,
In
and then let me
situation.
tell you why. Then just because this weapon is so strong, the fact that this weapon is so strong just makes it.
You could kill people.
You
with it?
literally have to use it. Yes, you can kill people with it, and you almost have to use it because it's so strong. When you get it, it's probably better than anything you probably have on you when you get it.
That's actually true to life as well.
They gonna nerf that. They gonna nerf the dildo.
They gonna nerf that. So Thrash, man, tell us about the titty physics, bro.
Titty physics.
I mean, they're the basics of gaming, bro. Like since Xbox came out. Right?
No, but let's talk about the Cyberpunk titty physics. Give us the spiel, man. Give us the spiel.
Like I said, like 9 out of 10. I mean, like they have everything there. You know what I'm saying? They got the veins. They each dynamic. You know what I'm saying?
They got the jiggle when you're holding them. Oh man.
Like when you like you can, no, like when you pick old girl up, you can see one sag to the left and one sag to the right. They have their own AI, so it's like high level.
Yeah, and then when you walk, you see like the bounce, like in accordance to like your step. It's
CC, tell them about your character.
Oh god.
What's that, old bay?
No, I'm saying tell them about your character. You know what I'm saying? Tell them about your character design in Cyberpunk.
We got a little redhead out here. She got some.
She got a
big old titties.
She got a dick. Did you give her a dick?
No. She ain't got none of that.
Tickle Bitties is a family podcast. Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry. She got some biddies. And then
Tickle Bitty.
and she balled down there. Maybe the carpets match the drapes a little bit, but hey.
All right.
You can run around naked. You gotta love that.
You do realize that
you run around naked and kill people with dildos. This sounds like the greatest game ever.
I don't know how far you got in the game, but realize that since you picked a chick, that you will be the fuck E, not the fuck my nigga. So,
but you can choose between men and women. So now it's mainly just a lot of like rubbing against another woman. It's kind of an interesting take on it. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. So you a watcher, not a. Okay, I got you. You the cigarette man.
Yo.
Let's hit that flip and talk about Sephiroth and Super Smash Brothers. How y'all feel?
I still want to hold a Super Smash tournament on this podcast, and for money.
You wanna lose some money? Is that what it is?
I said I want to gain some.
Oh, okay. I guess I missed that word. I misheard.
It was subtle.
Thrash, let's coordinate something, man. I know you do your tournaments. You know what I'm saying? You got a Switch?
I do.
You play Smash?
No, I play fighting games.
Oh,
damn.
What is Smash?
Look at you.
Hold on. What Thrash? What is Smash if it's not a fighting game?
It's a platformer where you push people off the edge.
Oh.
You said you're sumo wrestling there.
So it's the same thing as Soul Calibur?
No, in Soul Calibur, like
good point.
You fight in Soul Calibur. If you get knocked off the edge, you can't like jump back up like a platformer. But
there's also like some strategy to knock somebody off on the edge in Soul Calibur.
Of course there is. Of course there is. There's also a ton of strategy in Smash.
Right. There's strategy in bumper cars. But at the end of the day, I mean, Smash Brothers is more based on jumpy characters doing jumpy things with super moves that might knock you out. You don't have a life bar. You have a percentage of how much inflation is in your body. I think that's how it works. But the main point is knocking people off the edge of something, and then they come down with an extra life, not rounds, an extra life. And that's not in fight. You don't get extra lives in fighting games. You get extra lives in platform. So that's why I look at it as a platformer. I think it's a great platformer, a competitive platformer at that, like King of the Hill or some shit. But I don't view it as a fighting game. No disrespect, Smash Brothers, but yeah, nigga, you're
it's like no disrespect, but disrespect.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I want to kind of hear like around the table. How do we feel about Sephiroth, arguably one of the greatest video game antagonists in gaming history? Being a part of this game, do you think it boosts up this game? Do you think it takes away? Like, what are our thoughts on this?
I think we can do. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, they already have Cloud in the game. They have like a ton of people in the game. Maybe it changes the meta because he has a big sword, but I don't think this is gonna make people buy the game or anything. People are gonna.
You just think it's service?
Yeah, it's more a service to the hardcore Smash people that are still playing it.
And also the casuals, because you know, a lot of times, if there's a character that I'm not familiar with, you go and you do your research on. You know what I mean? So this might get somebody introduced who wasn't introduced to Final Fantasy before, and now they can get introduced to them now. You know what I mean? If Cloud wasn't enough, you got Sephiroth now, and now you got the whole picture painted.
Trip, how do you feel about Sephiroth being in Smash Bros?
Oh, I didn't even know who he was until you guys told me.
I know. That's why I had to call you out real quick for not knowing who the fuck Sephiroth was. Give me a link on the video for Trip not knowing who Sephiroth is.
I've always hated Final Fantasy, so I never really.
It's a tough look, though. I mean, he's like one of the most famous characters in fiction of the past 25 years.
Yeah, but still, I seriously never played enough to learn anything of the story.
You've never randomly just gotten hyped up on YouTube to Sephiroth's theme song? Really? Never once?
Not one.
Bruh, I mean,
look.
Thrash, go ahead. Thrash, go ahead.
He can do what he do. I'm not trying to. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not a Smash fan, but goddamn, that's Sephiroth, bro. That's the first game villain that sat there and killed your girlfriend right before your eyes.
You talking about when you watch a movie.
Hey, no spoilers, man.
Got you off spoilers. Damn.
Yeah, when you watch a movie and you want and you see the bad guy, the big bad, and you want him to be as evil as possible, and they just don't do the job. Sephiroth does the job. He does the job.
He's like Thanos. He's like Thanos, all right? It's like Thanos taking out everyone, all right?
He does the job early in the game.
Thanos didn't even really do the job.
Early in the game. It's not even build up. It's like off the break.
Yeah,
who the fuck I am.
He's a villain.
This is how you meet
like him.
He's the bar, bro. He's the bar. You want to be a villain? Study Sephiroth. You know what I mean?
He got introduced by just stabbing a sword that's taller than your girlfriend through her heart as you were looking at her in her eyes, and then her jewelry falls off with the little meteors and shit.
A little necklace.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Very
Batman-esque.
Let's keep it 100 though. Tifa's better, so it's kind of a win.
Facts.
I don't know, dog. I mean, look, Tifa's alright. Tifa's alright.
Yeah,
it gotta be. You can't say because Aerith, she's one of those you could take home. Tifa is one of those that was already at your house through the window. You know what I'm saying? I like Tifa though. She good. She cool. Yeah. But I'm team Jesse anyway, so it don't matter anyway.
Hey, you know what?
You can bring her home to mom.
Yeah.
Shout out to Thrash, because you know what? I feel like Team Jesse's become more of a thing since remake.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
If you're in the chat, drop what team, whether you're Team Tifa, Team Aerith, Team Jesse.
Are you Team Edward?
Jesse? You can bring her home to mom.
Yeah, Team Edward or Jacob too.
Team Edward, Team Jacob. Just which one do you like the most?
Hey, Jesse's the type to do everything and then cook and then be happy. You know what I'm saying? She just seemed like you would. I don't know. Jesse just seemed.
Jesse give it.
Yeah, she do. No problem.
Shout out Logical Nonsense, bro. You had me dying in the chat right now.
Yo, Jesse.
Breaking news. SIE is removing Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store, and they're offering, and Sony will be giving everyone refunds if they ask for it.
Good.
Wow. That was what I was trying to say earlier.
Drop, C-Dolla.
Is there a problem? No, is there a problem if now you can get a refund? Do you still have a problem with them if you can get the refund respectfully, or no? Yes or no?
No.
The store.
It's easier now.
No. Well, yeah. I think it's great, but I think it's greater that gamers have spoken. That's already proof. How many casuals y'all seen out there talking shit? None.
Yeah.
All you see is hardcore gamers making this an issue, and then we got progress.
They don't even know that it's bad.
I mean, do you guys follow casual gamers on Twitter though?
No, I mean they are on Twitter, but I mean, like I said, they don't even know what this game is.
I think we all know casual gamers within our own circle.
Look,
Yeah,
that's what I was
friends.
saying. Look, one of my best friends is a casual gamer. He has the original Xbox. He was playing Cyberpunk on the original Xbox. When he came over to play it on my Series X, was the first time he said, "Oh my God, I didn't realize what I was really missing out."
Yeah.
So for casuals, they're still playing the game, and they don't see the problem with it right now. So
Yeah,
Right,
again,
right.
it's only
That's what
going to
I'm
be
saying.
us
They're-
higher
Only hardcore
Yeah.
players are going to be
all the
like
specs and stuff.
critiquing.
We're the
Right.
spec whores.
We are the ones that made change. Casuals is like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is great. Oh my god, Jesus. Hardcore gamers is like, what the fuck is this? No, do better.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this. So CC, you're playing on the Xbox One. You're playing an
Series
upscaled
X.
version. Yes, I said Series X, right? You're playing on the Series X. You're playing an upscaled version of the last of the one Xbox One version. You're not getting that that next gen update until sometime in 2021. We still don't know yet.
I mean, I haven't
I'll
played
tell
the
you-
next gen version on PC with the ray tracing and
So
everything.
hold
It's
on,
amazing.
I was about to get to that. So Dollar Sign, right? My man has the King of the Hill. He has the 3090. His experience with Cyberpunk is way different than everyone else.
Mm-hmm. He's living the rich life. Pinky up.
Yeah,
all-
he's playing the game as it should be played, whereas everyone else is playing a gimped down version. That's why I didn't buy Cyberpunk 2077 because I'm to get my fucking 5900X and motherboard in and about to get it popping.
yeah,
but,
name drop. We'll get it.
But besides that, yeah, I mean that's wait. So just to clarify, you said SIE took it off the PlayStation Store, meaning it's no longer available to
It's
purchase.
no longer available to purchase.
Damn, that's a power move. I'm
Hold
Hold
sorry.
on.
on.
Can we?
Power
Let's,
move.
like, Adam, I have to quickly fact check this. Let's just make
Yo,
sure.
I posted the link in the chat.
No, I'll read it to you. SIE will also be removing Cyberpunk 2077 from PlayStation Store until further notice. That is available on PlayStation.com. So I imagine they will be reposting it on the store once they have, I don't know, a greater degree of quality control on it.
Good.
And the quality of life probably updates.
I like that, and I'm almost like, fuck them. Like, yeah, take it off, but I almost feel like it's too little, too late. They've made their money back.
I mean, but they also, in conjunction with that, are offering full no questions asked refunds.
As of right now, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is good, and I think Sony's on the right side of this, and I think this is essentially strong arming a dev saying, "Yo, we're
this is
taking your
actually
fucking
game changer.
off the platform."
Yeah.
I think this is I mean, we said that.
Like I said, I think
is honestly going to show that they can't give us a crappy product and think that they're going to walk away with it.
I mean, Sony did the right thing. They're like, Sony did the right thing. You lie to us, and this is what you get.
Yeah, you get pulled. And if they do that, then these games are, trust me, going to have a different narrative at launch. They're going to be, all right, this game has to be perfect or else we're coming down.
Yeah,
if that's
exactly.
the narrative, I think games would have a lot better quality.
No, and it's just like we talked about earlier. I think it's like we said, we were hoping that Microsoft and Sony would make an example, and I think they just did that. They just showed us right now at this moment that they are going to make an example. You lie, you do this, and you will pay.
Can we get like a
now they have to earn? Now they have to earn their stripes back. Just as hard as
Jay
they
Harris
earned.
in the chat confirmed it's not in the store.
Yeah.
Bet. Yeah, iTrip. You just made a good point. You said repeat what you just said.
I don't think Microsoft will do that.
And why is that? Because they do have a marketing deal with Cyberpunk.
Yeah, exactly. There's that, and Microsoft's about the money. It's like, oh yeah, you done fucked up.
You think they're about the money to a more significant degree than Sony?
No.
No.
I think
much more about the money. That's the thing.
I think they are probably about the money to the exact same or very negligible degree.
I think they'll wait until there's backlash within the Xbox community to be able to get a quicker refund. Before
I mean, you can argue that it matters even less to give refunds to Microsoft. This is a small portion of
Sony,
the money that Xbox works with, or sorry, not Xbox, but Microsoft.
Microsoft don't give a fuck about Xbox.
Microsoft got booty bucks.
That's $1 trillion company. Xbox is $1 billion company. This is
so I knowing all that, and I'll let King Thrash go from here. Why are you still an Xbox fan after all?
We've gone over this. I know you got some serious amnesia, bro. Like this is terrible.
We gotta pose the same. We gotta pose the same question to CC.
Hey, at least 77 77 looks better on the Series X than it does on the PlayStation.
No, it doesn't.
It looks very similar.
Thrash, get him. Stick him, Thrash.
No, it looks very similar.
Let me talk to Pussy. Let me talk to Pussy.
Yeah. Stick him, Thrash. Stick him.
He said it. All right, go ahead.
This is all I gotta say on this. This is what trips me out, right?
2 teraflops.
Who told you? Who
2 teraflops. He hit the T-flops. I'm done.
Who told you? Who told you that Cyberpunk looked better on the Xbox than the PlayStation?
I have seen the comparisons. They look pretty similar, but I think.
I'm asking you. I'm just asking a simple question. Who did you get this information from?
I couldn't tell you exactly who, but it was a video I saw.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's enough information for me to work with. So 2 teraflops of power, and you needed somebody else to tell you the difference because you couldn't tell yourself.
Oh, I couldn't see it on the PlayStation side because I don't have a PlayStation.
So you don't have a PlayStation, so you don't know what's good or bad. You're gonna wait till somebody else tell you what's good or bad, right?
No.
Okay, then help me out.
I just look. I made an observation. I thought there were subtle differences in, in my personal opinion, there were subtle differences on the Xbox side than there was on the PlayStation side.
Wait. So why do you own it? Why do you own an Xbox again? I mean, I've talked to iTrip. I believe it was iTrip, and we had a discussion about this.
Yep.
So why do you own a Xbox? Why? For what? Why?
I bleed green. I've had an Xbox forever. I don't see myself changing.
I bleed red just like you, but I just need a reason as to why you choose to lessen your gaming experience. I mean, iTrip has his reason. I just want to know yours.
I'll buy a PlayStation. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I bought the Xbox first because all of my friends have an Xbox and we all play Xbox.
So it's all community based.
Right? Yeah, I would say in a sense.
So basically, because your homies want a lesser gaming experience, you would like to enjoy that lesser gaming experience with them.
I also enjoy the exclusives that Xbox has over.
What exclusive do they have? Name one exclusive, please.
Fable. Fable's my favorite.
Fable what?
Fable 1, 2, 3.
Wait. Oh, so you still stuck in those past, right? Ain't those?
And now we have a Fable 4 coming out for the Xbox Series X, so that was the main reason for me wanting to get it.
No, that won't be exclusive. So you're saying that the Fable series is what got you? Why didn't you leave Microsoft when Phil Spencer closed down Lionhead and canceled Fable?
Here's a point there.
Because I still play Gears of War. I still play Halo.
You still play Gears of War. You still play Halo. So you like that new Halo?
Love it. Can't wait.
Can you only purchase the console when that game immediately comes out, or can you purchase it prior to that?
No, you can purchase it anytime you want. He just said he likes Halo. I'm asking him if he likes that new Halo.
He can play Halo.
I mean, I can play Halo, but also
exactly. Yeah, that's true too. You don't even need to buy it. Yeah, but like, do you like what you saw? Remember, that's
I saw an unfinished game, and that's what I know for sure.
You saw a game that they intended to release on launch. When they showed it to you, that was the intent.
That was no, and I definitely think that was their intent, and I think Microsoft obviously saw that, pulled them back, and I think that you're gonna again start seeing this type of quality control going on.
You think Microsoft is not seeing the games they're gonna fucking put in their own show?
No. To be honest, no.
I think
Why wouldn't they?
No, I think they probably get something from the devs.
Wait, so So when Xbox did their showcase, you don't think it went through different various channels before it was shown? You don't think people really looked and it was like, oh man, like, no, you really?
Gameplay embargo.
Phil Spencer. I remember Phil Spencer and I think Greenberg saying that they stopped by 343 and saw an amazing game being made.
I mean, we
and that's why I don't think they saw they saw their presentation. You know,
jump in real quick. I mean, we don't know if Halo, the game itself, was a fun game or not. We know that it kind of looked like shit in terms of like visual clarity, in terms of the graphics, in terms of the presentation. But it might have been fun as fuck. Who we don't know.
It could have been fun, right? But
there's a very real possibility that they still had a very good game.
That goes for every single game in existence, right? The only thing we can go on when we see trailers is how it looks.
Exactly.
not to mention that Microsoft sells their products on the arm of power and how games are going to look like this, have bigger worlds and all this good, fantastical shit. But then when we see Halo, and this man claims or says that he's a Halo fan, not claim he is a Halo's fan, but then he won't directly answer whether or not he liked it, letting me know that he didn't like what he saw. So what is Microsoft actually doing? Right? I remember the excuse of third-party games that look better on the Xbox, right? And it's not happening. And now you guys are banking on first-party games, and that's not happening. I mean, do you know that they haven't even written the story for Fable yet?
They just
hired the writer.
Oh yeah, they just hired the writer. They're going to start writing on in 2021. They have not even written a story for that game.
Although it's entirely possible that they do already have a story out. We don't know what he was based specifically for.
I've played Xbox since I was little. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
So I'm not just going. I just didn't decide to hop into PlayStation and then start all over with games I don't know and games I don't play.
Wait, shout out Mohammed for the sub.
Yeah, man.
Hey, look. I know, but that's the beauty of gaming. I think that's what you're missing. The beauty of gaming is the unknown, my nigga. It's playing an experience.
Don't get me wrong. But look, you didn't. I just got the Xbox Series X first.
You got 5.
Doesn't mean. Yeah, I did get 5. I did get 5 to make my bread.
How was the games at launch? What game exclusively did you buy for the Xbox?
Okay, yeah, we know. Okay, we know. But
you know what? We know. I don't know anything. I'm asking you.
He's asking you. Answer the question.
I didn't have none.
You have none.
Settle.
You spent
Is that what you want?
$500 for none. No, that's not what I want. I just want a better understanding of what gamers are actually doing over there. If it's not gaming, like you're chilling with your friends, playing old games.
I could never hop on that PlayStation controller though. That thing ain't my favorite.
Have you touched the new one?
I love my Elite. You ain't gonna have paddles on the bottom. Straight up, you ain't got paddles on the bottom.
Bro, you're gonna love your Elite because your Elite costed more than your fucking Xbox did.
Yo, shout out to y'all. Phil Spencer even regrets not having haptic feedback on the controller. The controller itself is next gen. You know what I'm saying? The controller itself is next gen.
Like I said,
the controller
you're hurting your gaming. You're hurting your own gaming experience by talking.
I'm really not.
You don't know.
I'm gaming too.
You're definitely. You bought a console with no games.
You can't press square and look around. I promise that. But I can press X and look left and right.
Listen. You haven't even started next gen yet. Do you realize that? Now, you just said you got an Xbox with no games. You literally have not started next gen yet, and you're telling me
that are optimized for the Series X and the Series S.
Yeah, I know. Because Astrobot, a free game, right? You would have had that free, like optimized for the PlayStation, right? You got Demon Souls optimized for the PlayStation. You got shit coming out optimized for shit. You can't even say anything about shit being optimized if you bought an X with 0 games optimized for it. You know what I'm saying?
On Game Pass, they have optimized games.
Game Pass, what? Optimized for Xbox Series X?
Yeah.
So what do you mean? What do you mean optimized? Then every game that's on the PS5 is optimized.
4K,
they're 4K 120. Yeah.
And some 120. That's what the real next gen is.
Oh, real next gen is 4K 120. So not ray tracing.
No, I don't need to see the reflection of a car in a puddle. That's not going to change my gaming experience.
It does. It's more immersive.
Were you getting 4K last gen?
We're getting 60 frames.
I didn't ask that. I asked, were you getting 4K last gen?
No.
You weren't? So you had an Xbox One S?
No, I had an Xbox. I just had the original joint. I didn't have the original.
I had
Big Bertha. I had Big Bertha.
Okay, well, let me tell you about last gen. 4K was available last gen. All right? It's not a next gen thing. The 120 hertz, you got what, 2 games? And it runs better on the PlayStation 5.
That's facts.
So, not only have you not introduced yourself into next gen gaming, you haven't even felt what it feels like to have a full. They got open world games running 60 frames per second with ray tracing at the same time, AAA. And it's like, what are you guys doing? That's why
Morales.
I don't mind. I don't mind that you guys go with Xbox and do all this shit. I just mind that gamers are accepting getting nothing. I'm all for the gamers, dog. And you guys are getting nothing. I mean, look, if you like Xbox and you like that, then keep your Xbox.
Playing with the homie.
Look, keep your Xbox. You could have played with your homie on the base Xbox that you had. You didn't even have to get an Xbox because they gave you nothing. You could have got a PS5. Experience next gen with the PS5, or even better, get a fucking PC. Have everything on the Xbox. Play with all your friends for free, right? You don't even got to pay for Xbox.
Not all the games PC Xbox have.
Really? Backwards compatible games?
No. There's a good amount because I do have a friend that went from when Overwatch came out. He went PC, and then there was I couldn't play with him until Modern Warfare was the first time I got to play with him in a long time.
Oh, that's cross.
Can you weigh in on this real quick?
For my Xbox controller over the.
Wait.
Wait. Hold on. I'm certainly an Xbox first guy. You know, I like both. I think Sony in general has put out significantly better RPGs over their lifetime than Xbox, so I'm always going to be a 3 system guy because I'll straight up buy anything Nintendo puts out because I'm a stan.
I'm the same way.
But I will certainly always buy a PlayStation. I'll always buy a Series X. I bought the Xbox first. I'm on the platform because it's the platform that I prefer. I prefer Xbox Live to PlayStation Online. I prefer the Xbox controller historically to the Sony controller. I've held a DualSense for maybe 6 minutes, and that's a big estimate. It might have been closer to 2. So I can't say for certain, how perfect of a controller the DualSense is. Oh yeah. But for the past 15 years, basically, I even liked the Duke controller that Xbox had. I like the big one.
Oh my God.
I got big monster hands. I'm a fucking freakish huge guy.
Big icky claws.
Yeah, dude, I got big ass hands. If only I was good at basketball, but whatever. I'm Kawhi without the talent.
I got big hands too. It's just the buttons are too close on that motherfucker. That's the problem. I got big hands.
Yeah, but at that point,
that's on the bottom.
But to digress, from the 360 and the Xbox One and now the Series X, I have loved the Xbox controller and the PlayStation controller. It's always felt too small. It's always felt a little bit more fragile. I've never really loved the feedback from it as much. It just doesn't feel good in my hands. So it's not something that I want to play on as often as I'm going to play on Xbox. I like Game Pass. I can't speak on what's Sony's service, PlayStation Now.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. I got it.
I can't speak on it because I don't subscribe to it. But I love Game Pass. I love the options it gives me. I love how cheap it is to get in. I love how they made it as easy as possible to keep renewing it.
Hold on. Finish.
And I love Gears and I love Halo. And I mean, I like Fable. I would never say that I'm going to buy a console for Fable. Because Fable, I think, is one of the best examples of a game that never met expectations. And that's not something that I blame Microsoft for. That's something that I do blame Lionhead for. And they never really seem to face repercussions for that.
Actually, it was oh my bad. I'm sorry. It wasn't just
you're good.
It wasn't just Lionhead. It was Playground Games, and they turned around and bought them.
Sure. Who was the guy? Stephen Molyneux, right?
Yeah.
That dude fucking universally lied to everybody about every single game he had come out after.
Oh, you talking about that?
Black and White. Okay. He sold us on Black and White, and we were like, "Oh, dope, a God game." And then he lied to us on Fable, and he lied to us on Fable 2, and he lied to us on Black and White 2, and he's probably lied about other stuff before. But people keep buying his games.
So you mad?
And they're still
like
good games. They're just not transcendent games.
Well,
I can get with that.
I fuck with Black and White too.
I can get with. No, I understand you. That means you don't like the Bethesda purchase at all because them niggas lie more than that guy. But on top of that,
I mean, from the DMV, I kind of have to support Bethesda.
Game Pass versus PS Now.
Yeah.
PS Now is cheaper. PS Now has like 5 times more games. The games on PS Now are at a higher rated, higher quality game level. They have more last gen. When I say last gen, I mean PS4 games than Game Pass has Xbox One games. They have more downloadable games than Xbox's entire library on top of the stream games that they got at a lower price.
He's not lying, guys.
So it's like the problem with Game Pass is that they fucked you guys so hard that you guys don't know that you're actually not getting the highest value in gaming. And I don't like neither service. I don't like PS Now. I hate it. I dislike it because it doesn't help developers. It doesn't help give us better games. It gives Microsoft and Sony money they didn't earn.
Well,
and
guess
what?
what?
It definitely gives money to the developers in a sense. Sense of the fact that they're getting more exposure to their game, and
True.
there's a few games that I have played now that I would have never purchased without the Game Pass.
Yeah, of course. And I tell you, like I told Jaffe, and made Jaffe shut the fuck up when he was talking to me about this shit. What about the games that's not on Game Pass? No words on that, right? No words.
Not on there.
I'll give you perspective. There's 4,000 games on Xbox and only 200 of them on Game Pass. But your focus is on those 200 in Game Pass, right? So that extra 3,600, 700 people get ignored due to Game Pass because Microsoft wants to focus on this service. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to talk about games that you've never played and do all that shit and all that good shit, and it's good for developers, no, it's good for who Microsoft chooses for it to be good for. It's
or who wants to partner with them. I mean, I don't know their agreements.
Well, I know Microsoft has to approach you for it. And I've heard that from that nigga, that one developer, Dolphin nigga, that's been making games. He's pissed off. Remember that Dolphin game? That fucking guy with the Dolphin game that's supposed to be for the Series X is 120 frames per second. Even Digital Foundry talked about that nigga, right?
Yeah.
And he's not there because he didn't get offered a Game Pass, and he said he know that his game is going to flop because it's on Game Pass. That's why he went and turned around and made a PS5 version as well. Even though nobody's going to buy that garbage game anyway, it still shows how developers are having a hard time because not only are the developers that do choose are going to become dependent on getting that big check they get for going to Game Pass, then you got the other side who never get a check and don't get that same view that they would if that service never existed. So it's not helping gaming, it's helping Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I look at shit different. You sound just like Jeff. Jeff was like, I see what you're talking about. Is your name King Thrash? I was like, yes, bitch, cut your hair, nigga. He was like, I'll think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to be able to see the whole view of it. Don't think that you're helping gaming with Game Pass. You're really not. It's really a fucked up ass service for developers.
I mean, it's helping me. It's helping me play games I've never, I've never experienced.
Of course. Yeah, of course. And that's the problem as well. You gotta remember that gaming ain't just about you. It's about what you want, right? It's not just about you. Oh, I got a deal, and I'm blind to everything else. You're literally hurting your gaming. Period. Just the
unless
the
it
quality
causes a
of
change
game
in the marketplace.
But I'm saying
just like Netflix and Hulu did. Like Netflix and Hulu changed complete paradigm change in how we consume media and how production companies work. If a subscription service is the way that we're moving, then Game Pass could very reasonably be the thing that is the definitive game service.
No, then we're fucked. It will not become the definitive service because you're ignoring what happens to Netflix. What happened to Daredevil? What happened to their best shows? Disney
they signed an agreement. They had an agreement that ended.
Disney made their own streaming service and took that shit away. That's what fucking happened. That's what's going to happen to Game Pass, PS.
But that's also a very isolated example because that's specifically like a major corporation property. There's a lot of things that are available on Netflix that would never see the light of day otherwise if we did not have a streaming platform.
Exclusives are highly necessary. You got to have great exclusives. The future of this, the only way, like Netflix isn't making money. I mean, do y'all even know how much debt is going on? How big of a debt is AT&T in? With streaming services, do you even know?
No, give
me a guess. Right. Netflix is at like $20 million or some shit like that. Right, 20 million or something like that. 20 million, 20 billion, something. 20. Let's say 20 billion. Right. Let's say 20 billion. Netflix is $20 billion in debt. How much do you think AT&T is in?
But they're going into debt on the front end to make money on the back end. They're going into debt for a 5-year period to make money on a 15-year period. Netflix is a profitable company that is still working its way out of debt.
No, it's not. No,
yes, it is. They are a profitable company
if you're in
that is
debt?
still working their way out of debt.
They're spending all their money on to get shit on their shit or to make shit. They're in debt, right? And how much do you think AT&T is in debt right now?
I could not tell you.
They're like $160 billion in debt just from doing HBO Max. Like this is a big boy. It's a big boy game. The streaming service is a big boy game.
It's a big gamble.
And look, Netflix is the biggest, right? And this is just movies. And Netflix is the biggest. And they aren't. I mean, Netflix is the most popular, I should say, but they not even close to the top 10. And who's in debt over the streaming shit, right? Because the bigger companies go, the bigger it is. Microsoft is putting themselves in debt in the hopes that they can monopolize gaming with the whole Game Pass streaming and downloading method that they're doing. But the problem,
don't forget HBO Max with this, huge deal with Warner Brothers, starting Christmas.
No, that's the same thing. That's AT&T. AT&T owns HBO and HBO.
No, but I'm saying even though that's a huge, that's a big move right there. That's a huge,
giant move. But Microsoft is going to have to make these same type of moves. But not only that, it's just that gaming is totally different than movies. We comparing movies, it's something that you only need to stream out and not stream in, right? I mean, they got to stream in our shit. Like at the end of the day, we're talking streaming, right? All these shits are streaming. Like, so if it's downloading something to somebody's hardware, that's extra money. Streaming is cheap. The way Microsoft doing it isn't cheap unless they start streaming. That's what they want to push xCloud. So once they push xCloud, they're going to have to hope that people like Ubisoft, who's already made their own shit, EA, who already got their own shit, who they signed with, right? And then all these big companies are going to start making their own streaming services. And there's going to become a monopoly. And gamers are going to be fucked off because it's no longer going to be, I want to play Assassin's Creed, so I'm going to buy Assassin's Creed. No, I'm going to have to pay for this service to have access to all the Ubisoft games, and then all the access for another service for EA, and then Rockstar, and then all these other companies are going to go off and branch off and do their own shit. And to play the same libraries that we play today, we're going to be paying about $200 a month to enjoy gaming that we enjoy right now for $60.
But you think you're going to be paying one specific service $200 a month?
No, we're going to be paying more.
Then the price isn't comparable. If you're paying 10 different services, $20 a month. And
how much is that?
Then you need to be comparing that to how many games you would normally buy in a month.
Right. You do need to compare.
Are you only buying one game a month? Because if that's the case, then you shouldn't be paying for 20 subscription or 10 subscription services.
How about this? Are you paying $400 for 2 months? Are you paying $600 for 3? I don't think
so. Again, why, if you're not purchasing that number of games normally, would you pay for all of those subscription services?
Exactly.
Like I pay for 4 or 5 different. I pay for 4 or 5 different video and TV streaming services. I pay for Hulu. I pay for Netflix. Or somebody pays for HBO Max, and I use their account. In total, I'm probably paying about $35 a month for a number of different services, but I do not pay for services that I'm not going to use. And if I'm not using the service, I cancel my subscription.
Listen to what you're saying, though. Listen to exactly what you're saying. You're saying what you wouldn't pay for, like if you're paying for this game. What if they take away the hardware, like these streaming services have done for fucking DVDs, to where your only access to gaming is streaming it? Then what?
I'll pay for the service when I want to pay those games, and I'll do it on a monthly basis, and then I'll cancel it when I'm done.
Yeah, until you forget, right? When's your Netflix bill due?
If I'm in a position where I can forget.
Let me ask you a question. When's your Netflix bill due?
At the end of the month.
Do you know what date?
I do not, because I pay annually for a service that I know I'm going to use annually.
None of us do. None of us do. You know, Netflix just raised their prices, right?
But we are fortunate to be in a financial position where we don't need to worry about it. People that are not do know when these bills come due.
I'm just trying to tell you, though, this is what the shit's going to turn into. It's going to turn into no more purchasing hard. They're already trying to get rid of people buying shit on discs. They're already trying to get rid of you owning games. They're going to want you to have games as a service, to where games are only available through a service.
But I mean, PC got rid of that.
You're gonna have 2K have their own service. You're gonna have it's gonna get wild as
who buys disc-based copies of PC games though? PC got rid of that 15 years ago. Once people were easily able to download things on Steam.
Okay, what I'm talking about is what the game is leading up to. It's leading up to this streaming shit that you just mentioned with the movies.
I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing.
Well, okay.
I don't think it'll be a force. I don't think it'll be forced. We'll still be able to download our game.
Shit. On what product?
On the Microsoft Store, the PlayStation Store.
I know. On what device is what I'm asking you.
I can play my Xbox games on my PC. I can play them on my Xbox. I have my Xbox One and my Series X. I can play on both.
The Phil Spencer has already announced that they're gonna put. They're trying to make a Xbox that goes on the back of your TV like a goddamn Fire Stick. Are you gonna be able to save shit on that?
No, it's everything saved to the account anyways.
If streaming is the way that it's going, and it makes it more easy for people to get into it, then why would I not want that?
Streaming is the way they want it to go. The reason why you don't want that is because now you lose total control of what you consume and the quality that they put out. Like right now, CD Projekt Red is in fuck shit right now because they put out a fucking game that was fucked up, and now they got to do refunds. They're not gonna refund you a month of fucking Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? Because CD Projekt Red shit was garbage, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lose that power to get your money back. Like we argued earlier, to get your money back for something that's bad. No, now we just got to get what they give us.
I think you're taking a really potentially negative view of it.
I am in business.
Everyone on the podcast is in business, man. I'm
not. Okay. Well, shit. If you're in business, then it shouldn't be a fucking problem for what I'm saying. I'm not being negative. I'm not being negative. I'm being positive on the business side, bro.
Well, every single time somebody raises a point every time I raise a point that counters you, you say I'm in business as if that's a get out of jail free card.
No, it's not. It's not.
I don't need it.
It's not. Oh, okay, right. You're not. It's not. So tell me I'm wrong then.
I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm saying you're taking a different perspective on it, man. It's not about being right or wrong.
This is the perspective, though. This is the businessman's perspective of what they are doing. Microsoft, Sony, they're all businessmen. They're not our friends. They don't give a fuck about us. They're all businessmen. That's what they do. And the businessman wants you to have as little control as you.
You know how businessmen keep making money? They put out good products.
Yes.
That is the general idea behind it.
When's the last time Microsoft put out a good product?
Microsoft puts out good products all the time. The Series X is a good product.
Is it? How is a
Microsoft Office 365 is a good product.
How is
Windows 10 is a good product.
No, you said how is the Series X a good product if it's a gaming console with no games? How is that a good product?
It has games. It just doesn't have the exclusive games that you want on it.
It doesn't.
They got exclusive today.
Exactly.
Every game that they sent out with that motherfucker is available elsewhere, right? But you
can still play it on the box. I mean,
the basis behind getting a console would be the exclusive games that utilize the power that has been advertised for that console. Not only has it not performed as advertised, they didn't give you any exclusives for all these 27 fucking developers that they bought, right? They didn't give you anything.
Still a multi-platform.
You can say what you want to say, but they didn't give a
Arc
shit,
2
bro.
is an exclusive, confirmed.
Nigga,
Wait, what? You said Arc?
Arc 2. They announced
it is an exclusive?
Hey, they just got a third-party AAA exclusive today. Console exclusive. Cyberpunk 2077.
What did it launch with? Right? But what did it launch with? I mean, like, it's not a good product. All right. Even Windows and all that. Windows ain't a fucking good OS. They fucking force you to do so much shit. Like, have you ever tried to get out of Windows 10? Like, everything is subscription based now. They want everything to be subscription based. Fucking Word is subscription based. Excel
you don't have to do it with subscription. You can buy
you can buy it right for a full price.
But
they want it to be subscription based. What happens when they take that out and make it only subscription based? Then
everyone's going to push to open source. That's how that happens. That's the only thing stopping them.
And what happens when they do the same thing? And they do the same thing.
They're not going to do the same thing.
Sony did it. These companies, if they see it making money, they will do it. Guaranteed. Everybody wants to make the next Minecraft because they've seen it making money. Everybody wants to make the next Fortnite because they've seen it making money.
Yeah, but they'll never force you to have to use a subscription. Once they try to do that, they'll be everyone will say fuck you. Like that's just not going to happen.
Well,
you'll always have the choice to buy a single game and not have to.
I'll say that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Look. How about this? This is the way you should look at it too. Game Pass and Xbox Live Games with Gold, which has the better value?
Well, now we're just talking about the value.
No, I'm just asking. No, I'm just giving you an example. Game
Personal
Pass.
preference, I would say.
Wait. Between Xbox Live Games with Gold or Game Pass, there's no value difference. Game Pass is hugely valuable.
Yeah.
Xbox Live Games with Gold is 2 freebies a month that suck.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not even in the same universe.
Okay. But then
I did get one Fire Game 6, so that's pretty cool.
But Game Pass forces you to pay a subscription. If you lose that subscription, you lose all the games you've been paying on. Xbox Live gives you these games 100% yours, regardless of what subscription you're on or not. These games are yours to keep for you.
Yep.
Which one has better value? If one you don't own anything, and the other one you do.
Well, the games really are really shitty though.
But it depends. It depends on the value that you're putting on.
No. It's only shitty now because Game Pass.
Wow. This is how they got y'all niggas thinking, dog.
It depends on the value.
I mean, you should see those games. I mean, I have one Fire Game.
Y'all telling me that it's not better to own your games.
It's
what you're saying.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
But the specific question was for the games that we were.
I don't think it's necessarily
I didn't say
better to own a
anything.
game.
You don't think it's better to own your games?
If I could own a DVD player and have a DVD collection, or I can have access to 20,000 or whatever the fuck number of titles on Netflix, I'm going to choose Netflix every single day of the week. I don't own a single thing on Netflix, but I'm going to choose it because the variety of content and the ease of access to that content is miles ahead of owning a Blu-ray player and a few DVDs, or even a bunch of DVDs.
Okay, so you're telling me in like 10 minutes. So you're telling me that you telling me that these games that are online on what's the name is easier to access than games with gold games that you download directly to your console.
I'm still no point am I talking about games with gold.
I mean, that's what we're talking about. Like you saying that that's why you would pick that.
We're talking about subscription media versus physical ownership. We're talking about subscription. I'm not saying anything, but I said games with gold is bad, dude. It's bad. It's legitimately bad. And they should legitimately probably get rid of that service entirely because it looks bad for the company, but they continue to put out trash.
But it being bad is your own personal thought, right? But which one is more valuable?
Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Why?
It's Game Pass.
If you don't own any of the games,
because ownership does not imply
variety.
Game Pass costs more. And what you mean the variety? Like, how long have y'all been with having Xbox Live? You got to pay for Xbox Live to be online, right?
Yeah.
You can't even play these games online without Xbox Live.
You got to pay for PlayStation Online to be online.
Yeah, exactly. And Xbox Live is a better value than
you got to pay your internet provider to use Steam. Like
you do. And like I said, the value of Xbox Live is better than PlayStation Plus because the games that you get on Games with Gold are yours to keep. If I stop playing for PS Plus, I lose all those games. You stop paying for Games Pass, you lose all those games. But wait, we'll make it even worse. If you don't have Live to begin with, then you don't even play those games online. And that's like Microsoft's mantra.
If I own a bottle of water and I've paid for that bottle of water and I drink that bottle of water, does it have more value than having access to a tap all the time?
Damn.
What?
Damn.
That don't make sense. Because
it makes an enormous amount of sense.
No. It doesn't. What are you comparing it to? It's actually not a good one. Let me answer. It's not a good one because you consume that water out of the tap. You don't throw that water back up if your water goes away. You know what I'm saying? You don't throw that shit up and give it back to the sink.
But I have to continue paying a water bill to continue receiving water,
that
or
means
else they will shut off my water.
That means you won't get no more water, but you still kept the water that you got, right? The same thing with Xbox Live. If you turn off the Xbox Live, you won't get the free games no more, but you still get to keep what you got. With Game Pass, it's not a one in water thing. You cut your water off and you throw that shit back up and give it to them.
What are you saying?
And they choose what kind of water you drink.
I think I do get your perspective on ownership, and why it would be preferable to own your games and why the subscription model may have issues with it. I am saying that I fundamentally disagree with that, and I would like to see where it goes. It may end up being bad for the industry, but I also think it could potentially be very good for the industry.
C-Dolla, what do you think, man?
Think about what?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Huh?
What are we talking about?
And you got a pretty ass name, and he wants to hear you, man.
C-Dolla has a 3090 and a PS5. He's good.
Yeah, dude.
He's super good.
Doesn't he have like 19 Xboxes?
He just needed a Nintendo.
I got 2 Switches. What do you mean?
So Dollar Sign, why don't you have an Xbox?
Because I got a PC.
That
I don't play
3090?
Xbox. Yeah.
Wait, why not?
What do you mean, why not? I got a better Xbox than my computer.
Right. This is burnt out. And Game Pass for cheaper. And Xbox Live for cheaper.
And they,
Hey, C-Dolla,
and they give me Game Pass for free. I got
free,
C-Dolla,
yeah.
How much did your 3090 cost?
I paid like close to $2,000 because I
$2,000.
bought it
So you paid, and I'm just trying to illuminate a point. You paid close to $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
So however long you end up paying for Xbox Live Gold and Game Pass and your Series X, so $500 starting cost plus I don't know what Xbox Live costs, like $10 a month, plus
$180 a year.
What?
And then batteries.
That's $60 a year. What the fuck? $180 a year.
About $20 a month for batteries. Let's not forget $20 a month for batteries.
Yo, chill out.
Sure,
We can get battery
No,
packs.
yeah, we got battery packs.
We have
Okay.
Hot topic.
Yo, Duracell the official partner there.
Fucking battery packs and the battery controllers. We got rechargeable packs. I don't understand this. Like, why are you so uptight about it?
You have to pay.
You got that point.
You gotta pay extra because Microsoft gave you an incomplete.
No. I don't have to actually pay extra.
No,
Actually, I get to
yes,
save
you
money
do.
because I can bring it from last gen to this gen, baby.
You
Your ass
can
is
bring
gonna have to get a new rechargeable pack because your PlayStation 4 rechargeable pack will not recharge your PlayStation 5 controller.
Rechargeable packs. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You can't.
No, I do
have
understand.
controllers.
I do understand what he's saying. Hold up.
Like if you had a docking station, if you had a docking station that charged your controller, if you had a PlayStation 4 one, it will not charge your PlayStation 5 controller. My Xbox One,
battery.
my original Xbox One charging dock will still charge my Series X on the Series X.
Yeah, but we've upgraded. We're next gen. We're using USB-C.
I want to address that. So let me tell you something right now.
My controller's never dead.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I hear we're talking about.
You don't have an infinite controller charger, my nigga. What the fuck are you talking about?
I literally have one always on the charger, one I'm playing. When
I do that shit now. I do it now.
Exactly.
I do it with the PS5, bro.
Y'all still using micro USB. We using USB-C.
But
So
here's the thing.
you like paying for new cords? Cool.
I mean, I didn't have to. It came with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was
Y'all
great.
got USB-C?
You ain't got no charging dock though.
And number 2, yeah, we do. I just bought one.
Oh yeah, you just bought one. I bought one last gen.
Okay, but let's be real.
That's what I'm trying to say. I saved right there.
Okay, let's be. I got a question for y'all. Can you use a rechargeable battery pack from your Xbox One controller and your Xbox Series S/X controller, the new one that just came?
Yes.
More than likely, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
have it turned on right now, but yes, currently I do.
Yeah, okay. And
Really? You don't need
I bought this thing in
Oh, it's literally the same pack.
that's
I want to say
another
I
thing.
bought.
Yeah,
this
but you
battery
had to
pack
buy
in
that pack.
2016.
You still had to buy.
Yeah, but you have to buy two. You have to buy a
What do you
PlayStation
mean?
4 one
I
and a
don't buy
PlayStation
any-
5.
I don't have to buy anything.
Hold on.
What you
Well, if
talking
you want,
about?
okay, no. I'm sorry.
If I'm
I'm
being
sorry. Let me
completely
let me just
honest, mine came with my
Wait,
controller.
1 second. Let me just make this point.
Oh, yours came with your controller,
If you
GQ?
were to use a King Fast, if you were to use a charging dock station, you would have had to buy a new one.
I don't have to buy a charging dock station.
Yeah, where are you getting that from? We can just.
Why wouldn't you want to charge multiple controllers at once? You want to have all your
What you mean? I can have one. I can have one controller playing and then another one charging.
This is where you getting it mixed up, right? We went from
I could do the same thing.
to charging stations.
Yeah, but you have to pay for your pack.
Hold on, but wait. Here's the crux of the matter.
But
Here's
the
the
pack
crux of the
comes with
matter.
a charging.
Here's the crux of the matter. The thing is this: we're talking now. Now, mind you, the subject, the nucleus of the subject is next gen, right? Next gen, something new, something future forward. Micro USB is not future forward, my guy. So it's okay if I spend, but hold on. If I bought the old charging station for the PlayStation 4 that was for my micro USB controller, it's obsolete now. It's obsolete now.
So
now I'm talking USB-C, USB-C.
It's worth mentioning that a DualSense controller is $70. A Series X controller is $60. So let's say you buy two controllers. The cost difference between those two is going to be completely regulated or completely set aside by the battery pack you get. You're going to pay the same amount of money, guys.
But you guys have a last gen controller. Nothing about the Xbox controller is next gen.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I wish that they had innovated on it, and I'm sure they probably wish they had too. It's a great controller. But they are now behind the 8 ball on the controller.
The Elite controller.
Next gen.
Until PlayStation gives me something like the Elite controller, I just don't.
This new haptic feedback controller is.
I don't care that my controller trigger shakes a little.
No.
I'm saying I can do more in my game with my Xbox Series X controller than you can with your PlayStation controller any day of the week.
I mean,
it's a valid point that the DualSense is now more future-proof than a Series X controller. That's correct. But
they can't. You think they can't throw a USB-C update onto a controller? Like
15 years ago, a Wii controller was more next gen than everything else, and everybody ended up sticking with everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I had a Scuff controller, right, and it has back paddles in it, and now I got the DualSense, and I can say that the back paddles is more clutch than extra vibration functions and shit.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm saying.
Oh wait, hold on, PussCC. You got an Elite controller, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So add another $200.
Yeah, but guess what? I was playing it on my last gen console, and I brought it over to the Series X.
What? You paid $200, nigga? Like, what the fuck, nigga? Like the fuck.
How many controllers have you broken? How many controllers have you ever paid for in your life? This is the only series. This is the only Elite controller I've ever had.
My PlayStation name is Yolanda, and the one before that name was Janet. And they had two kids that was two controllers, and them motherfuckers were taken care of like children. You got me fucked up. I didn't break none of my shit, nigga. Why would I break it, nigga?
Then you got me fucked up because I'm still using a controller from last gen. It's working on my new gen.
You bought a controller that was over half the price of what you
if I were to put that into a month-to-month basis, that's like cents that I paid.
Let's be real. That controller you have is 2/3 of the price of a Series S.
I'm saying it don't make no sense.
I ain't a broke boy. You know, I don't have to be ashamed that I have money. I have money to afford a controller that can do more than what your PlayStation
all right, for sure. Enjoy your no games on your $200 controller.
And I will also enjoy being able to revive you and shoot at the same time.
Yeah, and old ass games and 360 games and shit. Good job.
I will do more. I will be able to do more.
Enjoy that shit, nigga. Wait, he can play backwards compatible 360 games on the Xbox Series X, right?
That shit's static. Yeah, you gotta look down when you're reviving somebody, and you can't look around. That's not realistic. I can look down, revive.
Single player game. He doesn't know anything about that.
You're too busy crouching around a forest.
You're right.
But the same. Hold on. We go back to this every time.
That's what it is. We had
you guys play. I'm playing
different types of games. That's why.
Call of Duty.
Y'all guys, relax and let people get their points in.
Yeah, the same thing.
I gotta go though.
Oh, all right.
We hit 2 hours.
Have a good evening, man.
Wifey hungry. I didn't know it was gonna do more than 2 hours.
Have a good night, bro.
Give me that.
Good, man.
Hold on.
No. If I stay on, I'ma still be on. I'm gonna go to the store and shit. I'ma still I'll be in the chat and shit. I'll still be.
Oh, bet. All right.
Last points because we did hit 2 hours. So this has been a fucking. Hold on, real quick before anyone says anything else. This has been an amazing fucking show. Thanks for everyone for pulling up. King Thrash, fucking amazing. GQ, amazing. This is actually one of the funnest shows I've had in a long time. So I appreciate you guys for being on here. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of, again, like the tweet said, where there's smoke, there's fire. And this show has been straight fire, straight conversation. This is what gaming is about. We all have different opinions, but the fact that we have a platform to express that, and we got, friends who are adding to that conversation, this has been an amazing episode. I just want to say that. If you haven't liked already, hit that motherfucking like button. It's free. It takes 1 second.
And if you dislike, hit that too.
Hit the dislike. Just give us something. Besides that, appreciate everyone for pulling up. I know we kind of stopped at a high point, but that's the best way to do it. King Thrash, what are you playing right now, and where can they find you?
Oh,
I'm playing. Oh, damn! I was about to do my Thrash impression.
Okay. Yo, shout out to King Thrash.
He's playing his Nintendo Wii. That's what he's on now.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah, now that he's gone, you throw him.
He said he's in the chat. He said he's in the chat, so I'm pretty sure he heard me say that. So it's all good.
GQ, where can they? What are you playing right now? And where can they find you?
I'm not playing a whole lot this week because I'm busy moving. But normally I'm playing Destiny 2. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at GQ Aesthetic.
Yeah, let them know when you stream, GQ.
I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and let's say Saturdays, but again, when I'm not moving. So I will be taking a little bit of a break for the rest of December, and I will be back early January. But follow me on Twitter and Instagram for all the best thirst trap needs.
You heard it here first. CoolHandCruz, what are you playing right now, my man, and where can they find you?
Right now, I am playing Bloodborne, and I'm kind of going in between Bloodborne and Call of Duty right now. You guys can find me tomorrow on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and I will be playing Bloodborne. I will be getting angry, and I will be rage quitting. But you also can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at CoolHandCruz.
Sounds good. iTrip, what are you playing right now, bro, and where can they find you?
Fuck am I playing?
You're not playing shit. You on Xbox?
Playing on my Game Boy Color.
I'm playing Fortnite. Zombies. That's right. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm playing that. Don't save the world.
Yo, Trip, can we play zombies, man? Let's do it.
Are y'all trying to run it tonight? I'm down, bro.
I'm down to run it tonight. I actually did try out zombies.
Well, what time though? Because when I play zombies, this is like a 2-hour, 3-hour thing. So
bro, we can run it whenever. I'm on right now. Like, what's good?
Or let's do it this weekend. All right, but let's keep moving.
Shit.
CC,
Yeah.
Where can they find you? iTrip, by the way. Sorry.
iTrip2_ at Twitter.
There you go.
iTrip2 on the box.
There you go on the box. CC, where can they find you, and what are you playing?
I think find me on Xbox Live at Budzslightyear, IG 2020 WRXSTI, Twitter CC1, and Twitch CC1 as well. Currently swinging dicks and dildos on fucking 2077.
There you go. You heard it here first. Who did I miss?
C-Dolla.
And then yourself, buddy.
$, what are you playing, and where can they find you?
Yeah, I'm also out here in the streets of Night City playing some Cyberpunk. Not wielding the dildo, but I am wielding the sledgehammer. I'm just like one-hitting people's heads off, like literally like
nice,
like playing like softball with their heads in my sledgehammer. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's funny how it actually comes off of their head too.
Yeah. You hit them in the right spot, their heads are flying off. I think you can do that with the dildo too.
Yeah, it reminds me of Gears, old school.
Yeah, y'all can find me on SoundCloud, C_$.
In the description. Well, I don't got to tell y'all where to find me because y'all on my channel right now. Thank y'all for pulling up. You already know what it is. Catch y'all next week. Same time, same place. INSOMNIACS Podcast. Out this motherfucker.
Don't
Happy Hanukkah, bitches.
sleep.
Don't sleep.
Happy holidays. Happy
holidays, GQ, man. Happy holidays to everyone here in the chat. Shout out to y'all.
And Nova is playing Fall Guys.